mo ṣe ń sẹ́tọ̀ lọ́wọ́ mi. Ọ̀ ní ṣoríire ẹjẹ́ rẹ̀ bí ìsìlámù ẹjẹ́ aṣẹ́dùmarè.
wọ́n tó ń darúkọ mi pé kí Tinubu mú mi yẹn ikú òjijì ni ó pa àwọn Haúsá Fúlàní tó darúkọ mi ò ní sí orí àwọn
oníkèrè.
kí ni kílódé mi àti ẹ̀pọ̀ ṣé Fúlàní ṣé mi jẹ́ Fúlàní tó fi mọ́kànlá ní Yorùbá ní mìíràn kílọ̀kà ó ṣe sọ pé kí Buhari òun gún mi nígbà
yìí olórí burúkú ni wọ́n.
ó sì sọ pé kí Buhari òun gún mi
olórí burúkú ni wọ́n bá mi.
èyí tí aláwèrè tẹ́jọ́ sórí kútẹ́ kúkú yà kiri bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà yìí ẹ wá ń sọ pé kí Tinubu báyìí mú mi ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ ti yà wèrè ọdún mẹ́jọ ni Buhari lò Fúlàní kankan òdìdí
a máa sọ̀rọ̀ Buhari lálẹ́ a máa sọ̀rọ̀ Buhari àwọn máa lè wọ́n ní ṣoríire aṣẹ́dùmarè. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ní pé kí wọ́n mú oyè Ìgbòho ikú gbọ́dọ̀ pa gbogbo yẹn ní ṣoríire ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú máa lè bí a ń tó lóye ń jà fún bí a rẹ̀ ló ń torí jà ṣé yà ń jọ lóye ṣé Fúlàní lè pọ̀ lóye àìmọye ọmọ Yorùbá ní Fúlàní ti pa lẹ́yìn ọdún mẹ́ta tó lé olóyè mú kẹjàre ní Benin City Mr. Deremi báwo lọ́hún yẹn ẹ bá ń kí ọba Benin pé ìran Yorùbá máa bọ́ nínú wàhálà àti ìdààmú tí British kó wá sí àwọn olórí burúkú àwọn olòṣì gbogbo yín nísìlẹ̀ fi gba visa ní British ò fún ní visa mú kẹjàre Adams Ọlámilékan Àṣàkẹ́ TV show ìyá mi dáadáa kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ wàá ráyè wọ UK lágbára Ọlọ́run láìpẹ́ gbogbo bó ṣe ń tó máa jẹ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run kó tẹ̀ máa bọ́ kẹ kúrò níbi tẹ̀wọ̀n ẹ̀kẹ́ wá bá wa ní UK gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń wá visa ilẹ̀ máa rí visa bọ́fẹ́ bọ́kọ̀ pínlẹ̀ Yorùbá bá ti dúró negotiation gbọ́dọ̀ wà pé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátá ló gbọ́dọ̀ fún ní access láti wọ UK ntí Kẹ́mi Bádé náà kì í sọ pé òun kò ní ráyè wọlé láṣẹ̀dùmarè kò ní ráyè wọlé àní jẹ́ kó wọlé lọ́hùn a máa dí pẹ̀lú òun ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ dí pẹ̀lú Áfíríkà mo kí yín o mo ṣe wẹ̀ tọ́ ni wọ́n Áfíríkà ilé pààyàn wàhálà yẹn pọ̀ díẹ̀ mo ń gbádùn ẹ̀ Àṣàkẹ́ máa wọ UK sẹ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run nínú ọdún yìí ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ́ olóyè lẹ́ẹ̀kan síṣẹ́ gbóhùn sókè olóyè Ìgbòho.
Gúnmi tí ó ṣòfò àti èyí tó pẹ̀lẹ́ níbi ìdí àlà tí ń gbogbo tó ń gbogbo burúkú kiri tó ń pààyàn tó ń kidnap yẹn tó ń ṣe òfò nílùú yín bẹ̀yẹn ẹ̀ rọ̀rọ̀ sọ ẹ wá ń pariwo pé kí Tinubu lọ bá ẹ mú Sunday Igboho ẹ̀ ní sí oríire ọdún mẹ́jọ ni Buhari lò Buhari ò mú Fúlàní kankan ṣiṣẹ́ báwo ti ń dà lórí èmi àti Kanu ló ní kọ́ lọ pa ọdún mẹ́jọ ẹnì kankan ló gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ gbẹ̀yìn ló gbogbo àtọ́lógbogbo tó pẹ̀rẹ̀ ní jẹnẹra kí ló pẹ̀rẹ̀ tó wọ agbádá òfò tí ń dárúkọ mi yẹn ọ̀ ń dárúkọ tèmi ikú òjijì ni ó pa ọ́ wọ́n tó ń dárúkọ mi pé kí Tinubu mú mi yẹn ikú òjijì ni ó pa ọ́ Haúsá Fúlàní tó dárúkọ mi ò ní sí oríire àwọn olórí dèrè kí ni tiẹ̀ kílódé mi àti ẹ̀pọ̀ ṣé Fúlàní ṣé mi jẹ́ Fúlàní tó olùkọ́ mọ́kànlá ní Yorùbá ní mìíràn kílọ̀kà ó lè mọ́ ó ṣe sọ pé kí Buhari ó mú gún mi nígbà yẹn ó sì sọ pé kí Buhari ó mú gún mi mú èyí tí aláwèrè tẹ́jọ́ sórí kútẹ́ kókò yàtìrí bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà yẹn ẹ wá ń sọ pé kí Tinubu báyìí mú mi ẹni pé ti yá wèrè ọdún mẹ́jọ ni Buhari lò Fúlàní kankan
mo kẹjàre Mr. John Boko ìyá Mr. Lásọdọ èdè mo kí yín Ìgbòho ló sọ̀rọ̀ àníṣe gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń gbàdúrà pé kí wọ́n rí olóyè mú ikú gbóná máa pa gbogbo yín ni wọ́n ní kẹ́ press love kẹ́ dẹ̀ like program yìí torí gbogbo yín ti ń dúró pé àbí Koiki ti lọ sùn ní wọ́n là ń dúró dè látàárọ̀ Koikimedia torí wọ́n la fẹ́ kó wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ kó keep spirit wa kó strong torí o máa ń nílà káyì wá lọ mú nǹkan wá ní tó ń lọ lágbàáyé wá join ẹ̀ mọ́ tó ń lọ lórí Yorùbá Nation àní gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń gbàdúrà pé kí wọ́n rí Ìgbòho mú àbí kọ́ rí Koiki mú àbí kọ́ rí bàbá Akíntóyè mú àbí kọ́ rí kọ̀ọ̀kan ní wa mú ikú gbóná gbọ́dọ̀ pa gbogbo yín ni torí ẹ fẹ́ nǹkan rí bí ìyà ṣe ń jẹ wá ṣódà ṣé ìyà ń jẹ mi tẹ́mi bá tẹ̀ láǹfààní àti sá lọ ṣé gbogbo fámílì mi náà ni máa kó lọ abẹ́rẹ́ bí ṣe ń làágùn láì kí máa lọ increase fan yẹn díẹ̀ ẹ̀kúkú rẹ̀ condition fún mi ǹjẹ́ mo ń lọ increase fan yẹn báyìí ooru ló ń mú rẹ pẹ̀fẹ́ báyìí mo wo pavilion náà lẹ́ǹkan ooru náà ní láfíríkà gbogbo áfíríkà lọ ẹ̀kọ́ wà air condition ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Facebook Koikimedia Odùduwà ẹjọ́ tí ọ́díò yẹn bá jáde dáadáa ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ torí àwọn èèyàn complain gan pé Koiki àgbọ́n kan tó ń sọ lẹ́nujọ́ mẹ́ta kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ wàá máa sọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́n kankan, gbogbo ẹ lọ́lẹ̀ bó lónìí, kí ló dé, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ Koikimedia, ẹ má bínú sí mi. Láti bàtà ti dáfríkà ni mo láti lo fóònù nísìn láti ṣe Facebook Koikimedia. Ẹ má gbàgbé, ẹ support iléeṣẹ́. Àárọ̀ ọ̀la àti rí wọ́n ti send the price àwọn laptop yẹn sí mi, ọ̀nà mẹ́ta ni a dẹ̀ ti rí bí 300,000, so mo ṣe need bí 170,000 àbí bí 400 and something thousand. So alẹ́ ìlà máa raise owó yẹn. Àgbà tí mo gba fóònù mi ni torí àráyè sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yin ẹ̀kan complain pé Koiki àgbọ̀n kankan, fẹ́ ká start Twitter space wa náà kí gbogbo ẹni máa lọ àwa wọnú ètò. Mo ti débi ṣe ń dé òṣùrun lálẹ́ bí Pastor Jerry ṣe ń ṣe tiẹ̀ ní TBS, èmi ṣe tèmi ní bíbá torí pé àdúrà wa máa gbà lórí ìran Yorùbá. Mo kí brother mi Adékúnlé Idris, mo kí Mr. Gbàdàmọ́sí. So ó clear àwọn tó wà lórí Koikimedia ṣé ń gbọ́ mi ni mo ló mátà jù, kò ń ṣe pé kó clear nìkan, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi dáadáa torí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ mi dáadáa torí àwọn tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́nujọ́ mẹ́ta àwọn èèyàn gbọ́ mi dáadáa ṣe lọ́kàn complain pé Koiki àgbọ̀. Instagram ti gbé mi lọ lórí burúkú máàkì olùṣọ́màlè, èyí tá a ṣe láàárọ̀ ó ti yọ kúrò. Ó ní program mi ti wà too community, ó wà against community, a máa dì pẹ̀lú gbogbo wọn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́, wọ́n ní ká kọ́kọ́ lé ẹlẹ́yẹrọ lọ́nà, àbí Àṣàkẹ́ TV báwo lẹ ṣe máa ń sọ, ká kọ́kọ́ lé ẹlẹ́yẹrọ lọ́nà ká padà wá sí kíní kan ni, òun lọ́rọ̀ Facebook. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá fi comment, tí ẹ ń jẹ́ kọ comment, tẹ bá comment wá lọ́ọ̀kì yín, ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ gba country nù, ká wá ní government tó bá bí Facebook dá nígbà yẹn, nígbà tá a bá ti ní government tiwa tó bá bí Facebook dá kó máa ṣe rẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wa. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí ó dà pé lè mú ní láti fi sórí charging so that ká má lọ lose iná lórí ẹ̀ torí ká má lọ gbàgbéra. Mo láti kó gbogbo original charger mi wá ni torí fake charger ti pọ̀ jù tọ́lọ́ kó wá láti China tó ń tà fún yín ní Africa bíbá náà kó ṣàánú. Gbogbo fóònù àwọn èèyàn ló ti bàjẹ́ tán. Kọ́múná lọ kọ́múdé. Mú kí Mr. Adéwálé Adéyẹmí báwọn ní gbogbo àlímọ̀ṣọ́ ẹ lọ máa múra sílẹ̀. A máa dé rálì lágbára Ọlọ́run, ó jẹ́ ń tán kí lè máa ríra mi náà. Mo kí gbogbo àṣà àlàáfíà ni mo dé báyìí. A máa ní àṣeyọrí ní nǹkan tá a gbé dání. Perseverance lóyìnbó máa ń pè wá ní perseverance. Ṣáà má jẹ́ kó sú ẹ, tó bá ti sú ẹ a máa débi tá à ń lọ. Mo kí Ọlámilékan pẹ́, mo kí gbogbo àwọn tí yé wa yẹn tẹ́ ń bínú rẹpẹtẹ pé Mr. Koiki wà láyé ti pọ̀jù, ẹ jẹ́ dákí ní irú náà, ẹ má yẹ ká ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Nígbà tẹ́ gbogbo á gbà fún olóyè Ìgbòho, ẹ má yẹ ká gbé ẹsẹ̀ before olóyè, ẹ jẹ́ ká jẹ́ kí olóyè àti bàbá kọ́ fún wa ní the final. Tó bá ti ní ká jáde á jáde bí ọmọ ọkọ, má yẹ kí ọkọ tó ẹ ṣògùn o. Wọ́n sọ fún ọmọ nísìnyí o, eléyìí tí mo kàn rán yín létí torí bọ Ògún, bọ Ọya, bọ Ọ̀ṣun, gbogbo tó bá ń bọ nídìílé yín ni kò bọ fún wọn ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ jẹ torí pé bàbá ti jáde a máa jáde dáadáa. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní gbogbo ọmọ tí àkàrà bá kó wọnú epo ló máa kó jáde, kí wọn náà máa ṣe kò sí kankan tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ìrọ́lùbá ọmọ bọ Ògún. Èmi náà máa bọ tèmi, Áfíríkà ni mo wà, wọ́n sọ yẹn fún yàn. Ọmọ Jésù ni mí, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ń follow Pastor Jerry lọ́wọ́ báyìí ní sọ wà ní TBS, mo dẹ̀ ń follow gbogbo àwọn bàbá tó kù náà. Òkè ti stable padà. Ta ló ti share program, ta ló ti share? À ń ṣe ta ló ti share program, ta ló ti share? À ń ṣe Eunice. You no come on my program anymore. Why na my sister? Àwọn Biafra lọ máa ṣàánú Simon Epa. Simon ò sí nílé, ẹ òbí Fúlàní ṣe ń ṣe wọ́n ní ilẹ̀ Ìgbò. Simon ò sí nílé, Simon Epa ò sí nílé, ẹ òbí Fúlàní ṣe ń wọ ẹ̀bọ̀n yìí tán pààyàn, kò sẹ́ni tó máa give command mọ́. Láti Simon wà nílé wá ti dé pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú Fúlàní tó ń wọlé tó ń jáde tó ń pààyàn. But Simon ò sí ilé mọ́. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa Mr. Osunibo mo kí yín. We have a lot of battles we are fighting. Mọ́mọ́ Amauche mo kí ẹ. Àmọ́ bí èdè Fúlàní ti wà rí àwọn Biafra. Allah, after that convention everything don scatter. Mo rí rẹ́rẹ́ láyé mi. Expectation àwa Yorùbá ni pé bí Biafra ṣe declare ní December yẹn nǹkan máa lọ pàápàá. Èdè Fúlàní wà rí wọn ni mo rí rẹ́rẹ́. Mo láti back out kúrò láàrin wọn díẹ̀ torí kọ́ máa ní which side you dey Koiki. Mo ra fi wọ́n sílẹ̀. Mo rí Amauche Koiki me I still dey work o, I still dey hustle. Ó bá ṣiṣẹ́ ní Europe, you gotta work in Europe, man. Iṣẹ́ là ń ṣe bí ògùn ṣẹ́. Work. Mo kí ẹ Scars Gold. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín. Bàbá mi Daniel Adéyẹmí mo kí yín. Ẹ bá mi gbọ́ wọlé share button. Akí olóyè Ìgbòho ànífẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo tó ṣe ń lọ náà ni mò ń follow Amauche Eunice rather. Long Biafra mo tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Biafra Fúlàní ti wà rìn wọn ni. Wọ́n ti compromise wọn. Mo rántí pé Nnamdi Kanu ní some people will be bought in a movement and Fúlàní ní owó burúkú débi pé wọ́n lè penetrate yín. Àwọn tó wọ̀ mí báyìí nísìn ẹlòmíì nísìn bó ṣe máa compromise mi ló ń wá báyìí. Mr. Koiki ń bólẹ̀ wá, Mr. Koiki àfẹ́rí yín, irọ́ ni o. Kò wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ yàn dénú irọ́ ni o. Mr. Koiki àti gbọ́ pé wà láfíríkà, ṣé ká wá kí yín, ṣé ká yọjú sí, irọ́ ni o. Gbogbo 2021 ni àti gbọ́n ní tẹ́lẹ̀ làgbọ́n. Ẹ mọ̀ pé àgbọ́n nígbà tí mo wá 2021. Ẹ ṣé jàre pick up wọ́n ní boss man, Ọlọ́run nìkan ni boss man. I'm your servant yìí ni mo jẹ́. 2021 àṣì láwọn tó lóyà but many people wọ́n ti gbàbọ̀dé. Mo kíyàwó Olúgẹ́ ẹ ṣé gan ni. Eunice gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ni mo mọ̀. Movement àwọn Biafra yẹn you don't get that. Ó ti ní leg. Wọ́n ti compromise movement wọn náà. Ẹ mọ̀ bàtàwà náà ní problem pẹ̀lú Dúpọ̀ ní tìrì. Àwọn náà ti wà compromise. But mo fẹ́ get involved. So yẹn mo ṣe rọra dákẹ́, mo ṣe rọra fi wọ́n sílẹ̀. Mo kàn wọ́n wọn behind the scene. Biafra tí ẹ pé Amauche, you know say we be diaspora. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ní ìgbà tí mo mọ̀ tí kò yé mi ni. Lọ́n forí àwọn tó ti kú. Mo kí wọlé nǹkan sí. There's a lot to cover tonight, but mo ṣe ń appreciate àwọn èèyàn wa. How many people don comment? Ẹlòmíì òkùnkùn ní ìyá mi kan ní Koiki àwọn comment, we are your silent watcher. But àwa pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Ẹ kọ́kọ́ fún wa ní owó, ẹ raise owó pẹ̀lú wa lálẹ́. Kátẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ raise 200,000 kí n fi kún owó tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi kó lè lọ ra laptop láàárọ̀ ọ̀la. Èmi náà ti ní 300 lọ́wọ́. Yekini Mustapha mo kí ẹ. Mo kí gbogbo wa dáadáa. Ẹ support platform yẹn jọ. Ẹ fún wa ní gbogbo support. And the line is open. Bọ̀yẹ ká kọ́kọ́ ká ń tẹ̀ wá. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wá. Orílẹ̀ ibi wa. Kàgbéga fàlérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹjẹ ká máa lépa. Ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀, àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ lọ bá àwọn ọba diaspora mi dáadáa, àwọn tí Ọlọ́run fi kẹ́ mi, ẹ̀yin náà ni mo lè yọ̀ sí lọ́rùn. Kẹrin wọ́n ti sẹ́ndì àwọn laptop yẹn sí mi, ti sẹ́ndẹ̀ sí mi ní àná, different type mẹ́ta ni. The first one tó send sí mi, HP EliteBook 420,000 naira, 8 gig RAM, 256 gig SSD Intel, I think iCore 5. The next one, Dell Latitude touch screen display. Èmi kọ́ ni mo fẹ́ lò ó, but iléeṣẹ́ wa náà ni a fẹ́ rà fún, a dẹ̀ rà fún eré, need it for the workload tá à ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ilé iCore 5 10th generation 16 gig RAM, 256 gig SSD, backlight keyboard 400,000. Mo kíyà tó bí mi lọ́mọ, tí ìbá súnmọ́ sí mi náà gbọ́dọ̀ sùn. Àjọ máa ṣàìsùn ni, tán fi ń pè ní abiyamọ nìyẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe sùn mọ́ sí tèmi náà sùn. Àwọn náà wà níbi tó wà, kọ́lọ́n bá wà pẹ̀lú wọn. So option mẹ́ta la ní. One is 420,000, one is 430, and the cheapest one is 390. Owó tó dẹ̀ wà lákàntì wa nísìn, gbogbo owó tó wà lákàntì wa kò tó 300,000. Kàṣà sọ pé 300,000. So tàbá rẹ̀ ni tí Ọlọ́run bá bùkún lálẹ́ ní Koiki, èmi náà fi 20 kún, màá fi 10,000. Owó ìyá pé kí ló ṣe system wà lálẹ́ tó ń try to connect. Internet àdẹ̀rà kò ń ṣe owó kékeré rárá. Internet is expensive in Africa. Mo reason táwọn èèyàn ṣe ní internet oní 500 naira 200 naira lọ máa ń rà. So ẹ̀yin diaspora ni mo wá bẹ̀, mo yọ̀ sí lọ́rùn lálẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ kó yìí kó pé wọ́n lè lọ ra laptop yẹn lọ́la, especially I need it fún before the end of this month láti fi ṣe lot of event tó gbọ́. So àwọn èèyàn tí ń béèrè account number ẹ̀ tó máa dẹ̀ bá ń post ẹ̀ ó ti sùn lọ. So èmi náà ni màá láti post ẹ̀ fúnra mi. A máa wá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa, mo rí mẹ́sẹ̀gì Buhari lọ́dọ̀ Linda Kejì olórí burúkú bọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ owó náà because I need owó. Tabaréyàn bíi 5 tó sọ pé Koiki, owó tó ń wá yẹn kò tí tó $20, èmi á fún ẹ nínú ẹ̀. Scars Gold mọ́ sí mi kí ẹ ọmọ tó jọ mẹ́ta, Scars Gold ti faṣẹ́ lọ́nìí. À ń pè ìlú òyìnbó yẹn máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀yin náà, ẹ̀yin diaspora ni mo lè yọ̀ sí lọ́rùn. Ṣé jẹ́ kí n sáré post account number, màá dẹ̀ pè síta. Mr. Adekunle Idris mo kí yín o, gbogbo ẹ̀yin silent listeners. So náírà la need, tẹ́ bá fún mi ní dollar àbí pounds, mo sì máa tún send ẹ̀ wá. Àfi tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fún àwọn ọmọ Oòduà lówó pé Koiki, ṣo ti ra burger fún àwọn ọmọ Oòduà ní London tó wá jókòó sí Africa. Ẹlòmíràn ní kò níṣẹ́ lọ. Ẹ mọ̀ pé journalist máa ń káàkiri ni. Ẹ̀yin ò rí àwọn journalist Christian Ampo kankan. Mo ti fẹ́ fi account number síta TJ. Mo kí ẹ jàre Amauche, ẹ jẹ́ sáré fi account number síta fáwọn tó fẹ́ fún wa lówó ká lè rí laptop yẹn rà lọ́la. Tábà dẹ̀ ti rà, màá ní kó ṣe fídíò ẹ̀. So mo mọ̀ pé kò necessary fẹ́yìn diaspora, but normally ẹlòmíì like láti rí pé tòótọ́ lẹ ti ra laptop tó máa yẹ pé Koiki ti fowó jẹ gbúgbúrú. So account number yẹn ẹ bá ń kọ sílẹ̀, First Bank. Èyí tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ṣì ní Opay yẹn náà lọ́wọ́ ń ṣiṣẹ́. Kí ló ṣe lè tó ti kú báyìí? Twitter space mi ti lọ, máa sá lọ́nà. Account number 3096808848. Ẹ̀yin diaspora náà ni mo lè yọ̀ sí lọ́rùn. Ẹ̀yin tí ẹ nífẹ̀ẹ́ Koikimedia pé Koiki máa báṣẹ́ lọ. Iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe, ó máa need a lot of equipment. Lóòótọ́, a ní lè ra gbogbo ẹ̀ fún ẹ one go, but èyí tá bá lè rà, a máa rà fún ẹ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Èyí ṣì ní February 7th. A ṣe wà nínú February. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn home based media, mo kí yín láì fojú pẹ́ nìkankan rẹ̀. So I just start Twitter space here. Last time we were very many òyìnbó tí pọ̀ jù bí àṣà Yorùbá wí, and English is not my language. So we had about 197 people on our Twitter space. So anybody tabale captured on it. The name of bank is First Bank. First Bank 30 96 80 88 48. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà náà tẹ́ bá fún wa ní 1,200 naira ààrẹ náà ni o. Lọ́dọ̀ tiwa Tesco máa ní every little help. So tẹ́ bá ṣe fún mi lówó yẹn tó bá ti di after the program máa send ẹ̀ sí ọmọ yẹn á lè lọ sí computer village lọ́la á lè lọ rà. So a máa rà díẹ̀díẹ̀. Mo ti ra phone fún gbogbo wọn. Ẹ mọ̀ pé tí rally bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ need view láti Kogi, Kwara, and hopefully I might employ àwọn extra people, but not now. Mo kí ìyá mi Caroline, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bẹ ní Dustin, mo kí ìyá Sìlá, mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Peckham, mo wá kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bẹ nílùú Benin Republic, mo kí bàbá Patrick Stallone, mo kí wọn ní Togo, mo kí ní Côte d'Ivoire. Ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ a máa dé Ghana. Àwọn èèyàn kàn ní Koiki má lọ Kenya, gbogbo ibi tó bá ṣà ń lọ má dé Kenya. Àwọn òkè Kenya wọ́n máa ń compromise, àwọn àti Fúlàní tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni. Bọ̀ mo máa dé Ghana. Mo kí Àjàní, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé bàbá wa Olóyè Ìgbòho, ẹ má ẹ̀ ká sáré ju Olóyè Ìgbòho lọ. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá mo kí ẹ brọ́dà mi dáadáa, ẹ má ẹ̀ ká sáré ju, kí ni mo sọ, mo fi máa wo kọ́mẹ́ǹtì náà bó ṣe ń lọ tó ń bọ̀. Ẹ má ẹ̀ ká sáré ju bàbá wa Olóyè Ìgbòho lọ. Olóyè ló ń lead wa, ó dẹ̀ ti sọ fún wa pé a máa jáde fún rally, so ká ní sùúrù. Mo ní Azeez brother mi dáadáa ní gbogbo Miami, mo kí ẹ dáadáa brother mi. Ìyá mi Mofolúwakẹ́mi, I greet the great friends of CSI who visited him in 2021 in his house, Chief Dele Momodu and Chief Femi Fanikayode. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ mọ̀ pé bàbá wa Dele Momodu náà ti go through tí Olóyè go through rí nígbà tó fi pa Dele Momodu. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa. Dele Momodu was also in the struggle during the 1993. But nígbà tá Abacha tó di kó ń pa gbogbo èèyàn, àwọn olórí burúkú Fúlàní àmọ́ ibi tó ti kó wọn wá, gbogbo ẹni wọ́n ṣe pa Kudirat Abiola díẹ̀, tó pa Abiola gan fúnra rẹ̀, wọ́n pa Pariwani, àwọn olórí burúkú wọ́n ti ń pa wá ti pẹ́, kò ń ṣe ní lọ́sẹ̀ ń pa wá. So ẹ̀yin diaspora ìjọ mo bẹ̀ yín, mo ṣakọ, a ti ní 300,000, a sì ní ibi 200,000 kára laptop yẹn lọ́la. Ẹ̀dá wọn pé mi náà dẹ̀ láti máa ní change lápò, Africa ni mo wà, ó wà expensive. Ẹ̀rọ pé mo níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́, sọ èyí náà ni mo yọ̀ sí lọ́rùn, èmi náà dẹ̀ ní disappoint yìí. Mo kí bàbá mi Tiwa Tọ́pẹ́ Dáramọ́lá, mo kí yín. Ọlákúnlé mo kí ẹ, ó ní we are loyal to Olóyè Ìgbòho. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbọ́n tó lóye sọ ní bíbá. Má gbàdúrà sẹ́ pé kí wọ́n rí Olóyè mú. Tó bá wà lára àwọn tó ń gbàdúrà pé kọ́ rí Olóyè mú, in tó dá rárá ni. Àjàní ní long time sir, mo busy ni. Ẹ̀yin ni ká bẹ̀ ní ọ̀kan ti bá mi credit kankan síbẹ̀, kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín. Owó yẹn máa pè mí mọ̀ fáwọn diaspora lábẹ́ sí ṣe tap nísìn. TJ ní ó bínú lálẹ́, ó ní mo ti fi 100,000 síbẹ̀ Koiki. Ó lè máa wá sí ìwà tó máa sọ fún wa pé ní ìdòwó àwa ń ṣiṣẹ́ lóòótọ́, but ìwọ náà iṣẹ́ ló ṣe, mo jú bẹ́ẹ̀, kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ TJ, èèyàn ti gbowó ṣá. Mo ní owó oúnjẹ kọ́ ni mò ń wá, owó tí business ilé iṣẹ́ yìí tó máa gbòòrò, tá máa sọ Yorùbá nation, a máa ra laptop yẹn lọ́la, so èèyàn kan ti fún wa 100,000, tá bá tún rí ìsì àgbà sí kò ń pọ̀ jù. Mo wá kí gbogbo yín, mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí bàbá mi Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀, ṣí fìlà, yín gbọ́dọ̀ máa kí àwọn kábíyèsí, yín máa ṣí fìlà. Èèyàn kan náà ti fi 38,000 ránṣẹ́, wọ́n ní Koiki ó lè kéré, bá ń gbà bẹ́ẹ̀, kò wá sówó tó kéré. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ náwó sí wa. Azeez wọ́n náà fowó ránṣẹ́ ọkọ̀ kó ti gba account number mi, mo lè yọ̀ sí wọ lọ́rùn, o gbọ́dọ̀ bá mi send owó yẹn lọ́la. Brother mi lòun máa ń fà lẹ́pọ̀n lójoojúmọ́ ni. Azeez ni máa ń pè lójoojúmọ́ pé fowó ránṣẹ́ sí mi, bó ṣe fowó ránṣẹ́ sí Jẹ̀bú, fowó ránṣẹ́ sí mi náà. Now let's come back home. ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ ta tó fẹ́ sọ. Mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Buhari. Mo rí post Buhari olórí burúkú, former president. Ta ló rántí Buhari? Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari. Ibi tí mo ti ń káàkiri, mo á pàdé Buhari. Bọ̀ká tó sọ̀rọ̀ Buhari, ẹjá gbọ́n tó lóye sọ ní bíbá. Má gbàdúrà pé kí wọ́n rí olóyè mú. Ìgbòho má wálé o, Koiki má wálé o, mo bẹ̀ yín ní ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ fi wá lọ́kàn balẹ̀, ẹ má jẹ́ kẹ́mi wá lọ sókè. Ta bá ń sá tà ń sá, à ń fún Fúlàní lágbára. Àdúrà ní kẹ́yìn máa gbà pé gbogbo bọ́ bá ṣe ń gbé. Eunice ní I will send mine later. Koiki má worry. Mo kí gbogbo wa. Kó má dàbí pé torí owó nìkan la ṣe jókòó. Mo ní program tí mo fẹ́ ṣe ní support iléeṣẹ́ wa. Ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́n tí chief sọ ká tó tẹ̀síwájú.
Olórí burúkú Gúnmi tí ó ṣòfò àti tó pẹ̀rẹ̀ níbi ìdí àlà tí ń kó bọ̀ tó ń kó bọ̀ burúkú kiri tó ń pààyàn tó ń kidnap èyàn tó ń ṣe òfò nílùú yín bẹ́ẹ̀ rọ̀rọ̀ sọ ẹ wá ń parọ́ pé kí Tinubu lọ́ba ẹ̀ mú Sunday bò ẹ̀ ní sí oríire. Ọdún mẹ́jọ ni Buhari ò mú Fúlàní kankan ṣiṣẹ́ báwọn ti ń dà lórí èmi àti Kanu ló ní kán lọ pa.
Ẹni sùúrù síbẹ̀. Buhari used 8 years, ọdún mẹ́jọ. Ìwọ tó gbọ́ Yorùbá, I want to speak in English as well. Buhari, ìyá mi dúpẹ́ ní Koiki, èmi náà ti bẹ́ẹ̀ fi change síbẹ̀. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ change o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá fún wa ní 1,000 naira owó ni. Mo kí mọ́mì mi, ìyá dáadáa. Àwọn grandma kan, àwọn tán tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ kí Koiki, ara wọn máa gbọ́ ní Koiki. Mo dẹ̀ kó bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe sí ìgbà náà lẹ́ ṣe káàkiri. Ẹ tún máa send owó sáwọn èèyàn nílé. Ẹ ṣé gan ni mọ́mì mi, ìyá wa Dúpẹ́ Agboola. Let's continue. Now, ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ sórí Google kí n lọ pull out story Buhari yẹn. Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is in the news again. Buhari, say baba. Vanguard newspaper. Mo kí bàbá mi Tèmídayọ̀ Dems Omitogun, gbogbo àwọn bàbá yẹn kọ́ ti padà sílé. Wọ́n lè padà sílé because tó bá padà sílé, some of them wọ́n need the support healthcare. Ẹlòmíì ó need the environment tó dáa. Most of them are stuck abroad. Bàbá wa kan fi voice note ránṣẹ́. Bàbá yẹn is 80 years old. Màá play VN yẹn fún yín. Wọ́n ní tẹ́ bá dúró pé kí Tinubu fún yín ní Yorùbá nation in 1,000 years kò sí tó kan Tinubu. So a lè expect ká dúró de Tinubu. Tinubu ń bá tiẹ̀ lọ káwa bá tiwa lọ. Àjàní ní Olóyè Ìgbòho is a prophet of this time. Torí gbogbo platform ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ lẹ ti ń wò mí. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 phones, 1 laptop. We're on the Mixlr, we're on the Twitter space. Instagram ti gbé mi lọ. Ọ̀jẹ̀ káráyè ṣe program lórí Instagram. Mo kí ẹlẹ́ǹkan sí Eunice. Ọlọ́run bá ń dúró ti àwọn Biafra. Ọlọ́run bá ń yọ brother mi Simon Ekpa àti Nnamdi Kanu. Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sọ́dọ̀ Buhari. Nígbà tí mo rí headline yìí, mo ní Buhari. Is it another Buhari or Buhari táwa mọ̀? Ẹ gbọ́ headline yìí. Vanguard newspaper. My administration significantly improve Nigeria economy and security. Buhari. Ọlọ́run bá o. Buhari ò ní kú re ọmọ àlè. I don't think you understand what Buhari is saying. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣí Vanguard newspaper. This is all the headline from different. Muhammadu Buhari said, and I quote, that his administration, Olakunle ní kò ní dá fún Buhari, kò ní kú re níbi tó bá wà. Bomb bastard, dead or alive. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá ní yẹ̀yẹ́ búbù. Ó ní my administration while he was in office for 8 years, òun àti Ọ̀ṣínbàjò. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi brother wa sílẹ̀, bàbá wa Ọ̀ṣínbàjò. Torí a mọ̀ pé fún Eunice Uche ní my brother Olakunle mo kí yín, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, my brother, we are stuck. Pẹ̀lú àwọn onítìrì tọ̀dọ̀ tí wọn náà kọ́nà kó bá ń ṣàánú àwọn Biafra lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Ó dà pé ẹ̀gbọ́n tí mò ń sọ Muhammadu Buhari kí lẹ sọ bàbá mi Ògúndípẹ̀ ẹni ìwò òòṣà atófiṣẹ́ ogun rán mo láìkọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, atófiṣẹ́ ogun rán. Àdúrà ní káwa gbà fún pé kí ọwọ́ ayé, ọwọ́ ọ̀tá, ọwọ́ enemy, ọwọ́ àjẹ́, ọwọ́ oṣó kó má bà. Atófi ogun rán Ìgbòho wàláì. Ta ló gbà bẹ́ẹ̀? Atóṣe kí ni? Atófi ogun, atófi rán. But kò wá lè ja ogun yẹn nìkan without the subordinate of everybody. Ó ní the OPC, ó ní the Ẹgbẹ́kọ̀yà, ó ní the vigilante, ó ní the farmer hunters, ó ní the ìtẹ̀wà ní Kwara State, ìtẹ̀wà ní Kogi, Ondo, Èkìtì, Ọ̀yọ́, Ògùn, Lagos, ó ní the gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, ó ní àwọn elite, ó ní àwọn tó ń ṣe elite. Ìyẹn ló máa jẹ́ kí ogun yẹn kó easy láti jà. So that wọ́n ní sọ pé Ìgbòho ló fẹ́ jà, wá ní gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ló ń jà. Ṣẹ́rí tó bá ti ń point lé pé èèyàn kan ló ń jà, ó máa ń easy láti target ẹni yẹn. Ìyẹn ni wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ make sure pé wọ́n fẹ́ destroy olóyè Ìgbòho látara Buhari olórí burúkú tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ lálẹ́, olórí burúkú. Ṣé kí n fún yín lójú Buhari lẹ́yìn èyí tẹ́ wà lórí Facebook? Ẹ jẹ́ ká change background yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ fún yín ní ojú, ẹ má bínú, ojú Buhari lẹ́ máa rí. Ẹ̀yin tó kú ẹ̀ nílé rí Buhari, àfi tí bá fẹ́ ṣe máa add ẹ̀ kí n gbé wá sórí platform. Buhari tí ó ṣe jàǹbá for 8 years, ó ṣe pa àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò, ó pa Haúsá, ó pa Yorùbá, ó pa àwọn middle belt, ó wá fi Fúlàní sílẹ̀. Buhari wá ń sọ fún wa nísìnyí pé nígbà tóun o economy Nigeria was buoyant, kódà security ó náà òun fún ní top notch. Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari ló ń sọ yẹn, olórí burúkú bomb blaster. Mo ń bọ̀, mo máa fẹ́ gbójú ẹ̀ wá gan sí inú platform mi sí mo ń bọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ change the background mi, ẹ jẹ́ lọ wá picture Buhari kan wá. Muhammadu Buhari of all people, ó jí Nnamdi Kanu. Àwọn èèyàn ti ń pè wọ́n ní Koiki jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ lálẹ́ ó ti fi bí mi nú pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ Buhari olórí burúkú yìí. Èèyàn kan fi bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ lálẹ́ wọ́n ti bínú tán. Hello màmá.
Hello.
Ẹ kálẹ́ mà.
Bá mi fẹ́ẹ̀dì kálẹ́ bàbá mi.
Ìlànà ẹ máa gbọ́ èdè lọ́nà íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ó dà kó ti jìnnà jù sí mi. Ìlànà ẹ máa gbọ́ èdè lọ́nà íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ó dà kó ti jìnnà jù sí mi. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ gbé wá sí tòsí mi.
ọdún mẹ́jọ ẹnìkan kan ló dúkú gbẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ gbẹ̀yìn ló dúkú àtọ́lódúkú tó pẹ̀rẹ̀ ní jẹnẹra kí ló pẹ̀rẹ̀ tó wọ agbádá òfò tí ń dárúkọ mi yẹn ọ̀ ń dárúkọ tèmi ikú òjijì ni ó pa ọ́ wọ́n tó ń dárúkọ mi pé kí Tinubu mú mi yẹn ikú òjijì ni ó pa ọ́ wá Haúsá Fúlàní tó dárúkọ mi ó lè sí oríire àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ní dèrè kí ni tí kílódé mi àti ẹ̀kọ́ ṣé Fúlàní tí èmi jẹ́ Fúlàní tó ní pé mo kọ́ la ní Yorùbá ni mí àgbẹ̀lọ́kà ó lè mọ́ ó sì sọ pé kí Buhari mú nígbà yẹn ó sì sọ pé kí Buhari mú kún mi kó mú méjì aláwòrán tẹ́jọ́ sórí kútẹ́ kókó yàtìrí bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà yẹn ẹ wá ń sọ pé kí Tinubu báyìí mú mi ẹni pé ti yàwó ọdún mẹ́jọ ni Buhari lò kò mú Fúlàní kẹkẹ ò dìde nínú ọtún sọ̀rọ̀ ọtí Buhari sí ọ̀dà kò sí nígbà tó sọ̀rọ̀ náà yìí lórí gbogbo ẹni sí oríire
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
n kò jìnnà pàgọ́ ẹ tẹ́ sọ pé kí Tinubu mú mi ẹni sí oríire
wọ́n ní sí oríire
ọ̀rọ̀ ń bọ̀
kò tí ì dé.
ẹsẹ̀ mo rò pé ẹgbẹ́ lólùfẹ́ mi
ọdún ayọ̀ ló máa jẹ́ olóyè Ìgbòho. Mo ti lọ gbé íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì yẹn wá torí mo lè afford kí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì yẹn kó jìnnà sí mi púpọ̀. Òun lélẹ̀ àti lọ gbé wá sí tòsí. Owó tó pọ̀ la fi ṣe íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì àti pé torí pé different African countries ni mò ń lọ, so I'm buying different internet. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí ìjókòó, ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ lálẹ́, very very important lórí Muhammadu Buhari. Mo ń bọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ n change background mo ti gbé Buhari wọlé bẹ́ẹ̀. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Facebook ó dá kárí ojú Buhari náà, ṣe fún mi ní few seconds gbé ojú ẹ̀ wá sínú program. Mo ń bọ̀, ẹ má bínú sí mi, ẹ má sá lọ. Ìyá mi dúpẹ́ ní the slave masters and the country politicians are playing everyone, just continue stealing. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ń bọ̀, mo ì tí lọ, ẹ má sá lọ, mo ń bọ̀, mo kàn fi sáré lọ gbójú Buhari wà ní mo ń bọ̀ mọ́. Yáyáyáyá ibo ni a máa ti rí Buhari báyìí, ibo ni Google lè wà, mo fi gbé Buhari wá. Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari olórí burúkú ọmọ Fúlàní, Muhammadu Buhari, yá Buhari Buhari olórí burúkú ọmọ àlè bomb bastard Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari ọmọ àlè, olòṣì ọmọ Fúlàní, download image, okay, ọ̀dà pé ti download bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lórí Facebook wà. Ẹ má bínú, ẹ jẹ́ ká wá wò bí a mo lè gbé irọ́ ti change sẹ́yìn, ìwádìí mo fẹ́ kó change síta ló bẹ̀ ń ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé Buhari wọlé nísìn, ẹ jẹ́ ìwò bóyá mo lè add the picture. Àwọn kan mọ̀ nípa ká add nǹkan mọ́ kínní ń bọ̀ o. Ibi ni màá ti add picture ọwọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n má bínú, mo fẹ́ add the picture Buhari mu, access to picture, allow, not allow, kò fún mi not okay, Facebook kò fún mi ní access, mo ní láti fún mi ààyè block ni. Kí n ti ṣe lẹ́ka tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. Remove permission. Allow permission, okay? Ẹ ká padà sẹ́yìn. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin wa o. Ẹ má bínú, mo fẹ́ add, èmi mo fọwọ́ block lẹ́yìn o, mo fẹ́ gbé ojú Buhari wá ni o. Èmi ni mò ń ṣe nǹkan lẹ́yìn o. Allow. This lets you share from your camera roll. To enable this, click app setting below and activate camera roll under permission. Okay? Allow camera. Allow ìyẹ̀fẹ́ kẹrí Buhari ni o. Kódà tábà rí Buhari kí má da gbogbo system ló lálẹ́, kò dẹ̀ ní da ká má wá rí Buhari o. Kódà láìla Facebook ilé tẹ̀tí end, kí ló ṣe tó end? Internet Africa yìí, àbájọ táwọn tó wà nílé tó máa ń wà frustrated, ṣé pélé tẹ̀tí stop ẹ̀rọ ká go live padà. Kódà ẹ̀ ká máa bá program ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹni gbogbo alámọ́jú Buhari, ẹ yẹ kí n start ilé padà, ó ti end, even though pé mo ti gbé internet ẹ̀ wá sí tòsí, kí ló wá dé tó tó wá stop? Buhari, out of all the presidents, ó gbé Fúlàní wọnú ilé, ó fi Fúlàní ṣe jàǹbá fún ìran Yorùbá. Ẹ má bínú, mo fẹ́ gbé internet, mo fẹ́ gbé picture Buhari wọnú bọ̀ kò fún mi láyè. Ẹ má kí n disturb Facebook yẹn ju bó ṣe lọ. Gbogbo alamọ bójú Buhari ṣe rí, mo lè fún wa lójú ẹ̀ láti bíbà. Ẹ kí n lọ gbé ojú ẹ̀ kan wá. Ẹlòmíràn rántí Buhari mọ́, ẹlòmíràn mọ́ bó ṣe rí, olórí burúkú, bomb bastard, ọmọ àdé Fúlàní. Ṣé tó bá yẹ pé Nàìjíríà jẹ́ ìlú tó da láti ilẹ̀ ni, Ifá gbé mi lékè ìyá mi dáadáa, báwo níṣẹ́? Ṣé tó bá yẹ bí tí Nàìjíríà da, ṣó yẹ ká lo ọmọ Fúlàní fi jẹ president tí Tinubu lọ fún ní endorsement? Torí Tinubu ló lọ gbé Buhari wá, ó ló ṣe lẹ́lẹ́kejì, ó ṣe lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ó lulẹ̀, ó ṣe lẹ́lẹ́kejì ó lulẹ̀, ó ṣe lẹ́lẹ́kẹta ó lulẹ̀, ẹlẹ́kẹrin lòun ní ọ̀dẹ̀ ní ẹ bọ́ ṣe ń ṣe politics kan nìyẹn. Òun láti kọ́kọ́ lọ bá gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ kó support wọn. Ibi tí problem ti wá nìyẹn. Ibi tí Tinubu ti lọ gbé Buhari wá nìyẹn pé kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá support ẹ̀. Now Ifágbémilékè náà ti bínú, ó ní o send account number, báwo la ṣe fẹ́ fún ẹ lówó? Ìwọ náà ló ní onídòwó, o fún account number síbẹ̀. Ẹni tí mo dẹ̀ ní kó bá mi ṣe, mo ti lọ sọ fún wọn pé kó máa bá ń post ẹ̀ kí mi lè focus lórí program. Ó dà, mo ti fi síta. Account number ilé nǹkan sí fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń béèrè 30 96 80 84 88 Olayomi Olakunle Koiki First Bank. Now let's go straight into it again. According to Buhari, who attend the birthday party, Kayode Fayemi. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ Kayode Fayemi ó fẹ́ ṣe birthday, kò lè ṣe l'Èkìtì. Abuja ló ti ṣe birthday. kí ló dé tí kò lè ṣe nínú Èkìtì? Ibi tẹ́tí máa mọ̀ pé all these politicians, they are fake. Kayode Fayemi was twice governor of Ekiti State and he's 60 years old, but kò lè ṣe birthday nínú Èkìtì. He has to do it in Abuja. Tó bá ṣe lẹ́kìtì, number one, ó máa create, okay, yẹn kan pè wá, mọ́mì tó ní send account number, mo ti gbàgbé, ṣe ríran. Ló tún pè. Ẹ má bínú, mo ti gbàgbé, máa send ẹ̀ nísìn, mo ti gbàgbé, mo tútù gbàgbé ni, ẹ má bínú, máa send ẹ̀ nísìn. Ṣe rí pé ara táwọn kan ṣe máa ń sọ pé àwọn kúkú ti pè á fẹ́ fún ẹ lówó, o reply. Nígbà tó pè mí lórí show báyìí, mo ti rí rìsíìtì mọ́mì mi Dúpẹ́ Agboola, àwọn mọ́mì tó fẹ́ fún mi lówó nísìn, wọ́n ní Koiki, mo kúkú ti pè é lẹ́ẹ̀mejì, ó dáhùn, bí ó dẹ̀ nílò owó tọ́dọ̀ tèmi, kò dẹ̀ sówó tá ní ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú Òkè ń kọwó, ẹ jẹ́ sáré sẹ́ndẹ̀ sí wọn. Now, mo fẹ́ bi gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wò mí, tó bá ní ká fi performance Buhari in 8 years to 10, 10 being the highest, 0 being the lowest, kí lè máa mú? Tó bá ní ká fi, we should give the performance of the former president Muhammadu Buhari. Tó bá ní ká fi performance, kí lè fi pé yìí máa mú? Mo ń bọ̀ grandma, máa send account yẹn, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ náà máa fi sórí status mi in case fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń béèrè. Mo kí bàbá wa alànà Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè, bàbá dáadáa. So màá fi account number mi náà sórí status in case tẹ́ bá need it. But mọ́mì tó béèrè nísìn, ẹ jẹ́ n send ẹ̀ sí wọn kí n má lọ gbàgbé. Torí ọ̀nà pọ̀, káwọn náà má lọ tún send owó yẹn sẹ́lòmíì. Torí ara Nàìjíríà bá pè wọ́n nísìn, wọ́n send owó lọ́n tí wọ́n ní, a ní Koiki ló ní ìdòwó, a dẹ̀ ní ìdòwó yẹn lóòótọ́. Torí a máa ra laptop yẹn lọ́la lágbára Ọlọ́run, kò ní jù ọ̀la lọ. Èmi náà ti raise díẹ̀. So mo kí brother mi náà Gbàdàmọ́sí, mo ti rí receipt yín, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jẹ́ èèyàn mi. Ẹ mọ̀ pé kò ṣe gbogbo àná la máa ń wá, gbàtà bá wá báyìí, à ń yọ̀ síra wa lọ́rùn ni. Mo kí ìyá mi Ifágbémilékè. Now, let's continue quickly. Mo ti rí message yìí, brother mi Gbàdàmọ́sí. My administration, ibo ni Buhari ti sọ eléyìí. Fayemi held his birthday in Abuja, kò ṣe lẹ́kìtì. Why? I don't know. You will expect that in this very difficult time, see, many Nigerians are complaining about not enough opportunity. You will expect that a Yoruba man and a former governor would have his birthday in his own state. Many dignitaries will come, hotel will be busy, at least people will make money within the 3 days of the event, because around when event, people will arrive a day before and people will travel a day after. That means the economic of Ekiti State within 72 hours can become at least buoyant based on the dignitaries that are coming. But they are not going to come to Ekiti State because Ekiti State is not a safe place for them. That is why Fayemi was having his birthday in Abuja as against in Ekiti State. A former governor cannot have his birthday party celebrated in his own state. Rather, they're celebrating it in Abuja. That tells you that these individuals care less about me and you. Ṣé Abuja ló jẹ́ kí Kayode Fayemi kó ti celebrate birthday àbí inú Èkìtì? Ẹ bá fi sínú comment section. Because while that birthday will be held in Ekiti State, it's like when Tottenham is playing football, ball, and that goes with any other stadium, Manchester, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. A day event means that the vendors, àwọn tó ń ta oúnjẹ, àwọn tó ń ta souvenir, àwọn tó ń ta this, àwọn tó ń ta wórógbó, àwọn tó ń ta sweet, ẹni tó ń ta drink, ẹni tó ń ta alcohol, that day is an extra boost for them. Fáwọn tó gbá football nìyẹn. Now imagine the same thing when event like Kayode Fayemi having a birthday book launch. Okay, Mr. Gbadamosi ni Koiki 00000 ni Buhari, not even 10. Olakunle ni Buhari performance is -0%. Ó dà ń pa àwọn méjì tó ń wo program yẹn, àwọn tó kù wọ́n wà òkè pẹ̀lú Buhari. Bí ẹ like Buhari, mo kí Mr. Joshua, ẹ má bínú pé íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì yẹn ó kú lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Twitter space, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí MixLR, àti ìrìyà kankan níbẹ̀, but it's okay. Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ ka, when I saw the article, ìyá mi Rachel ní Koiki bá dá Buhari lóhùn 4-0 ni mo fún. His performance was 4 zeros, a failure. Buhari opened the door for Fulani into Nigeria. Mo kí bàbá mi Alade Kadiri, ẹ kálẹ́ gbogbo èèyàn wa níbikíbi tẹ́ bá wà. Èmi náà ni Afro update ní ọ̀pọ̀rọ̀ Buhari ti kú. Mr. Banki Ọlánìní Buhari 0 mélòó lẹ́yìn wá fún Buhari báyìí. Buhari Muhammadu Buhari, ẹ jẹ́ ká kan tó sọ. Ẹ ṣé gan ni mo tuntun rí owó ti wọlé dáadáa, so àmà láǹfààní àti ṣe laptop tàbádẹ́ torí sí àwọn ṣe more other things tí a fẹ́ ṣe, especially our team are preparing for the burial ceremony of our late mother, Mrs. Julia Monty Lomasi Yaye, ní Ekiti State. So my team are preparing to make sure that ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ diaspora tẹ́ wálé, a máa cover gbogbo angle fún yín, and I assure you that we will cover every angle. Kódà ẹ máa rò pé wà nú event yẹn ni. Ẹ rántí ká ṣe fún Tolóyè Ìgbòho, àti rí àwọn mistakes wa kọ̀ọ̀kan nígbà tá a ṣe Tolóyè Ìgbòho yẹn, so I think corrected. Ẹ rántí gadget ẹ rà fún mi nígbà tá a fi ṣe birthday, mo ti send ẹ wálé gadget oní kámẹ́rà 4 tó máa point for me. Ẹ wo Pastor Jerry ní TBS lálẹ́, orí yẹn á máa wú ni. Ẹ wo àwọn kámẹ́rà tó ń lò, owó ló fi ń ṣe. Pastor Jerry wà ní TBS nísìn, ó kún bam, wọ́n ṣe prayer lọ́wọ́ lálẹ́, àdúrà gbogbo wa gbà. So owó náà ni àwọn church tẹ́ máa, mo kíyà mi Sherifat Agbabiaka, ẹ ṣé gan ni. So tẹ́yìn náà bá invest in us, we can do things properly, especially event here will be a big event from 27 up to 28 tó máa fi sí yáyẹn lágbára Ọlọ́run. Tó bá ti wá sí màmá tán, then we start preparing for the rally. I don't know the date of the rally. That is within Baba Akintoye and Igboho. Tiwa ni pé ká máa promote sílẹ̀, but ẹ jẹ́ ká stick sórí Buhari for now. Olórí burúkú ọmọ Fúlàní, bomb bastard, ọmọ àlè tó mú Nàìjíríà tó sọ di private property. Ó mú Nàìjíríà ó sọ di private property. Ó destroy ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, jẹ́ kí a rí mú mi for 8 years. Ó kódà kò ń ṣàwà nìkan ló destroy. Ó destroy Yemi Osinbajo. They did not give Yemi Osinbajo any chance at all. Yemi Osinbajo was destroyed during Buhari's regime. Olórí burúkú ọmọ Fúlàní. Àmọ́bi tí Tinubu ti lọ mú Buhari wá, torí Tinubu ló lọ ní kọ́ support Buhari pé òun ló lè ṣe. Ẹ wo bí tí ó bá dé nísìnyí. Let's go further. My administration significantly, ẹ máa gbọ́ àwọn ìlú tó ń lò, mo kí ẹ brother mi Dizzy Man, mo kí gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ wà lórí tó. My administration significantly improved, ẹ di ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mú. I'll give you the English dictionary of those two words. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ fún wa ní the headline. My administration, ìyẹn Buhari ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. My administration significantly improved Nigeria economy. Ó dẹ̀ yọkan. Security ó di méjì. Ìyá mi Fagbemileke ní kílẹ̀ sọ́mà. Mo fi sáré kọ́mẹ̀ntì yẹn ti sá lọ because gbogbo alájọ ṣètò. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ pè wọlé studio number òun ni +44 74 0440 5917. Ibi táwa ti ń ṣe night vigil lélẹ̀ wà tí à ń fi ẹ̀mí bá brother wa Pastor Jerry àti àwọn bàbá wa tó ń ṣe night vigil káàkiri gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, especially bàbá wa Prophet Adébáyọ̀ tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ Yorùbá, tó dẹ̀ ń sọ pé ìran Yorùbá gbọ́dọ̀ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà. So mo kí bàbá yẹn dáadáa. Gbogbo bí kíbi tí ẹ ti ń ṣe àdúrà ní abroad náà, àdúrà wa máa gbà. Gbogbo ìgbà tẹ́ bá wá ń ṣe àdúrà, ẹ máa ṣàdúrà pé ní ìgbàkígbà tí bàbá Akíntóyè bá ti ní kí ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run kó tẹ̀lé wọn lọ, kí ìbẹ̀rù kó kúrò lára wọn, torí ìbẹ̀rù ló ń pààyàn. Mo dẹ̀ sọ fún wa pé the more tá a bá ń bẹ̀rù, the more là ní anywhere. Ìfagbémilékè ni Tinubu gan ti regret ayé pé òun lọ gbé Buhari wá, pé Tinubu ti regret it, and I'm sure Tinubu is looking at the Nigerian system. So bí kan ṣe bàjẹ́ lélẹ́yìí kóhun tó dé, even though à ń sọ fún bàbá wa Tinubu pé divide Nigeria now for the interest of the Yoruba people, because Igbo wọ́n fi gbalẹ̀, Hausa wọ́n fi gbalẹ̀, Middle Belt wọ́n fi gbalẹ̀, Lebanese wọ́n fi gbalẹ̀, Chinese wọ́n fi gbalẹ̀, àwọn Europeans wọ́n fi gbalẹ̀, everybody interested in Yoruba land. Àwọn náà ní ilẹ̀, jẹ́ kólúkálukú lọ ṣe tiẹ̀. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ lo waterways wa kó sanwó fún wa, kó sanwó kó láǹdì ship wọn síbẹ̀, ọ̀ kó bá wọn dredge river Niger, kólúkálukú ní ilẹ̀ tiẹ̀. Ṣèbí wọ́n ní wọ́n ń gbin oko ní north, ìta bá need a máa rà lọ́wọ́ wọn, but fẹ́ jẹ́ kó máa wá sílẹ̀ wa, just like Kemi Badenoch, ó ní kò ṣe everybody ló gbọ́dọ̀ gba British citizenship. Donald Trump lé everybody nísìnyí, kọ́ lọ́ọ́ bá ń dúró tẹ̀yìn Nigerians tẹ́jẹ́ mọ́ Yorùbá tẹ̀ níwèé l'Amẹ́ríkà, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ wá careful. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ọlọ́pàá tí nísìnyí kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́, ẹ wà very careful. Ọlọ́run àmà fi ṣọ́ wa, torí pé kò ní easy ká lọ deport èèyàn wálé ní tó ti gbé l'Amẹ́ríkà for many years. But Donald Trump ní òun ò fẹ́ anybody, ó ń lé anybody lọ́wọ́ ẹni. Ìdí tá a ṣe ń sọ pé jẹ́ káwa náà gba ilẹ̀ wa. Ó dà pé àwọn èèyàn ti ń pè wọ́n ní Koiki, mo kí yín o, gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ti support lálẹ́ yìí àtẹ̀yìn tó túbọ̀ máa support. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá wa Tẹ́lá, wọ́n ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ bá Koiki sọ. Ẹ ti wà lórí ètò sà, ẹ gbóhùn sókè.
No, mo ní private ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí mo fẹ́ sọ.
Ó dà, àti yọ kúrò lórí speaker. Mo wà lórí ètò ẹ̀, a wà lórí program báyìí. Ṣé ká sọ létà bí mo sí Nàìjíríà bọ̀ mo wà láfíríkà, mo sínú Nàìjíríà bọ̀ ní Áfíríkà ni mo wà. Yeah. Okay. Mo ti sùn. All right, daddy. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. All right. Ìfagbémilékè ni ó kéré, ó pọ̀, kò ń ṣe bí tiwọ Koiki. Ọlọ́run ti fi 57,000 ránṣẹ́. Ọlọ́run bá ń dúró tiẹ̀. Ọlọ́run fi ẹ́ sílẹ̀. Kò easy kí wọ́n tó mú 20 pound. 20 pound yẹn náà, ìyàwó mi náà ṣe gbọ́wọ́ lọ́wọ́ mi ni. Ó pè mí, ó ní baálé mi kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ léni Friday. Mo ní kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀, ó ní mo tún béèrè owó ni àwọn máa rọ omi sílé, omi tí mo rà wọ́n ti mú tán. Mo ní ebi mo ṣe kúrò London láìpẹ́ yìí ni. Ó náà máa ṣe ọbẹ̀. Mo nílò ló fi ṣe ọbẹ̀. Mo ní ṣe 50 pound tó, ó ní kò tó, ó ti gba 200 pound lọ́wọ́ mi báyìí nísìn. Ọlọ́run kó ṣàánú. So mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń tọ́jú mi. Now let's focus on Buhari, because Buhari ní significantly, òyìnbó yẹn ti pọ̀jù fún mi. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo English dictionary significantly. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo significant ló máa fún wa. Okay, ó fún wa ní significantly. Pronunciation lélẹ̀.
Significantly.
Okay, kí ló sọ?
Significantly.
Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
Significantly.
The meaning of the word significantly means that in a sufficiently great or important way as to be worthy of attention. Buhari. Àwọn èèyàn náà tún wá ń béèrè pé what is the word or the meaning of
significantly?
According to the Britannia dictionary, the word
significantly,
or the definition of
significantly,
in a way that is large or important enough to be noticed or have an effect. This man, under his Bubu administration, a lot of atrocities were committed by the open borders during the pandemic while our borders were closed. Most of us forget about that. Even Sanwo-Olu was saying, there was a lockdown. You were locked down. My family was locked down, but the Fulani continued to get into our land while the borders were locked during the pandemic. And during the kìíní mi wà nínú ilé, sister mi kan lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí send owó pé Koiki ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe face mask ká má jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wá kú. Àwọn kan tẹ̀ ní rọ́ọ̀kù sí wọn náà kan ṣètùtù ní o ní Abẹ́òkúta ní Ògùn state ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n ṣe ètùtù rẹpẹtẹ kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ pandemic nílẹ̀ Yorùbá according to bí mi ṣe gbọ́ wọ́n ní wọ́n ṣe ètùtù burúkú pé gbogbo atẹ́gùn burúkú tó bá ń bọ̀ lọ síbòmíì kò ń ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. That is the reason why tí COVID yẹn ò ṣe pààyàn púpọ̀ ní Africa, especially nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n pè Nàìjíríà. But during that lockdown kí ló sọ Ọlákúnlé ní significantly means pàtàkì, nǹkan tó pàtàkì. How can Buhari be telling us that during his tenure of 8 years òun ṣe nǹkan tó pàtàkì? Wọ́n ti bá mi sọ Yorùbá ẹ̀ síta significantly. Ayọ̀mí Kúdámíjù kí ló sọ? Ó ní even Nigeria airspace was open to Boko Haram. Ṣé gbọ́? Now you might think it's a lie. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ mú evidence kan wá. Ṣé mọ̀ pé internet kò kí n parọ́? Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sọ́dọ̀ Malafia Obadia. Malafia ló jẹ́ kó yé wa pé during the lockdown, when everybody was locked down, some people were doing certain things. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tí Malafia sọ. Mo ń bọ̀. Ó yá gbóhùn sókè kọ́nà bá wa fọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́ Malafia. Gbóhùn sókè brother mi. Kí ni revelation náà? Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits.
Okay.
We have met with some of their high commanders.
Okay.
One or two who have repented.
Okay.
They have sat down with us.
Kí ló sọ?
Not once.
Okay.
Not twice.
Okay.
They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram.
Ìyẹn El-Rufai.
Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same.
Ọmọ ìyá ni kọ́nà ni wọ́n.
Sophisticated network.
Okay.
During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down.
Ayọ̀mí Kúdámíjù kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ̀bùsùn náà wá létí yẹn. During the lockdown, planes were flying within the Nigerian airspace and Buhari allowed it. And the same Muhammadu Buhari is now telling us that his administration significantly improved Nigeria's economy and security. We know what they did, that during the lockdown of COVID-19, that lockdown of COVID itself now, Trump administration is saying something doesn't seem right. That is a different topic for another day. Because Dr. Fauci, I think, did I get it right? Ayobiko? Joe Biden gave him a pardon because Donald Trump was investigated. Dr. Fauci or something like that in America. We'll come back to that. But Ejeka will focus on Buhari during the lockdown. Olakunle, Tinubu is also allowing them, all the northern borders are still open to bandits, and our borders in Yoruba land are closed for food. Fauci, F-A-U-C-I, Dr. Fauci. Joe Biden has to give him a pardon so that nobody investigates him while he is out of office. But I don't know whether executive order will be used to uphold it back. Because I want to dá gbogbo wàhálà ọ̀rọ̀ COVID sílẹ̀ nìyẹn. Now, Mr. Ogundipe ní Buhari búbù olórí burúkú bomb bastard ọmọ Fúlàní. Let's go back to what Malafia told us. They are forgetful people. Because if Buhari is coming out to say to us, oh, my administration significantly improved Nigerian economy. I'm asking you now, as a Nigerian, which part of the economy was improved? What part of the economy was improved? Did your life change? in 8 years of Buhari, or was your life miserable? We're not talking about Tinubu's administration, because it's a continuity government that Buhari destroyed, and Tinubu has to face the consequence, even though we want him. Okay?
There was no lockdown.
Okay.
Moving ammunitions, moving logistics.
They were moving ammunition, they were moving money, they were moving logistics to where? Into Yoruba land. In the all part of Yoruba land during the COVID and during this administration of this Olori Buruku Fulani man. You can see why after he has left office, they are now using their caliphate, devil of Sokoto, Olori Buruku Fulani. Don't put him Sultan of Sokoto, devil of Sokoto, wants to now implement Sharia in Yoruba land. They could not complete that agenda while Buhari was there. You know why? Because Igboho stopped them. Is it making sense now, Iwomo Yoruba, that you are against Igboho? Is it making sense? Gbọ́n kan tí Igboho sọ níbí báyìí. Gbọ́n kan tí olóyè Igboho sọ. Nísòro. Oya.
Olórí burúkú gúnmi tí ó ṣòfò àti gbogbo ẹni méjì àlà tí ń kó bọ̀ tó ń kó bọ̀ burúkú kiri.
Ìyá mi ní ẹni sùúrù. Ìyá mi ní, don't let us blame Buhari for the self-appraisal. We must owe Tinubu for the damage of Yoruba land. Because when they were telling Tinubu then that people were killing us, Tinubu went to Ondo State and said, where are the cows? After they killed the daughter of the Afenifere leader, Perfection Oti. Remember that the daughter was killed, a 50-year-old woman by Fulani. Tinubu went there and said, where are the cows? Because of his own selfish ambition to overthrow the president, Odake. While they were killing Yoruba people, Tinubu kept quiet. Even as we speak right now, 10,000 Christians have been killed while Tinubu is in office in the last 2 years. Thousands of Nigerians have been massacred and killed while Tinubu is in office. Now we understand that Tinubu is not in charge of the military. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not in charge, because tó bá jẹ́ òun ni commander-in-chief, no Fulani coming into Nigeria. The one in Nigeria, we will neutralize them. Rather, Tinubu is looking like this, while many Nigerians are being killed on a daily basis and kidnapped. Are you getting the message now? You that you are against Biafra, you are against independent Middle Belt, you are against independent of country like Yoruba Nation. Ajani Akini, Nigeria has gone already. Elogbon kan tí Baba Sokoti sọ. Mo te send the VN yẹn kan don't trust Sokoti. Is it about trust Sokoti or the message that is talking about? Somebody is telling us that we should defend ourselves. And so we cannot trust Sokoti. Because Sokoti was not talking like that before. So Omani kan tí bàbá yẹn náà ti rí. His last video that I watched yesterday, he was a bitter man, very upset, very angry. But I want you to try láti tún wà a little bit moderate. Irú èmi ní sitting by ṣe program, mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe máa fire up. But he was saying the truth. So tá bá send àwọn audio bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn sí yín, ẹ má tún máa ní ṣé ká trust Sokoti. It's not about trusting Sokoti. The message that Sokoti was talking about is what we have been talking about, that Nigeria can no longer protect anybody. It can't protect us. So why do we need a 200 million country that cannot protect us from the invaders of the Fulani that Buhari did on our life? Especially those Yorubas. I've read some of your comments, some of you. Yeah, but Sokoti has been saying the truth. It's coming out strong now. Even àwọn tó lọ support Tinubu, aṣíwájú Tinubu blogger, gbogbo wọn ti jáde nísìnyí wọn ní no. So tá bá send the message síta, ẹ má ní ká má trust Sokoti. The message tí Sokoti sọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí only more weight, only more important, because everybody has different people that listen to them. Because our could stand the presentation me, and no. We should like Koiki and Tomo stand the presentation. Whereas some of you enjoy my presentation, everybody enjoy different. Èmi náà nísìnyí mo máa ń wo bàbá gbàgede mọ̀. Bàbá gbàgede mọ̀ gan fúnra rẹ̀ gan nísìnyí. Ó ti ń bínú dájú ti tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. So the reality is getting done on millions of Yoruba people, and we need more Yoruba speakers. Ìyá ìtì mọ́mí ti bá mi sẹ́ndì kankan ṣẹ́ ti rí mo màá move ẹ̀ ṣé gan ni ìyá dáadáa kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín ẹ̀kọ́ àdúró tí ọmọ yín ẹ̀ ṣé gan ni mọ̀. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀ tí ẹ ti náwó sí wa ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ tí náwó náà ẹ má jẹ́ kó pẹ́ ẹ̀ náwó sí Koikimedia. Mo kí ìyá mi Bọ́lá mo kí yín gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ ń bẹ ní UK ẹ wá bá mi gbọ́ wọlé share button ẹ má yẹ kó já wa nìkan 55 ló ń wò 29 ló ṣì thumbs up ẹ bá mi gbọ́ wọlé ẹ thumbs up ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí backup channel ẹ̀yin náà lẹ́ni Koiki má máa sọ pé òní ṣe live lórí Koikimedia ibi tá ti ń wọ ẹ nìyẹn o ṣe máa sọ pé òní ṣe live àwa wá mísẹ àwọn kan nìkan ló wá gbádùn ẹ a dẹ̀ ti go live lórí 2 channel. So tó bá ní ìdòwò sọ fún apò ní ìdòwò ìta bá ní àfún ẹ tá bá nílé ní tá bá dé oṣù tó bá sanwó fún wa fún ẹ bọ̀ má sọ fún wa pé orí platform kò ló ti máa ṣe live o mọ̀ káwà àgbàlagbà a lè máa káàkiri ká máa wọ́ ẹ káàkiri bí ẹ̀ṣọ́ ní wòlímọ̀ ẹ má bínú sí wa fún 1 month yẹn a ní ká test ẹ̀ ni àwa rí pé àwọn tíìmì wa nínú ọ̀gá kò wọ́kò àwọn kan béèrè yí pé àwọn ò rí Koiki mọ́ àbí Koiki ó ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́. So what block mi lórí Instagram ni Mr. Abdulrahman èyí tá a ṣe ní my tool Instagram èyí tá a ṣe lọ́sàn-án Instagram yọ ó ní kò bá community standard mo mọ tí mo sọ tí kò bá community standard so we are not on the Instagram so ẹ má bínú but a wà lórí Twitter space mo dẹ̀ wà lórí Twitter mo wà lórí Mixlr ìyẹn dàbí rédíò ni a dẹ̀ wà lórí Facebook I think that is more than enough mo dẹ̀ láwọn tó ń lo fídíò mi mo rí pé Oòduà TV tí mo ṣe lọ́sàn-án bàbá ti gbé ń tẹ̀ kò sí tó kàn brother mi mo kí Yorùbá Space TV náà so mo kí àwọn tó ń lo fídíò wa Àjàní ní in fact Koiki worldwide you have tried a lot I ti try until tá a bá gba Yorùbá country wàláì ẹ má tí yìn mí pé a try nígbà tá a bá ti gbalẹ̀ wa ẹ fún mi láwọ́d ẹ fún mi lówó ẹ ralé fún mi l'Amẹ́ríkà mo ti promise ìyàwó mi pé máa ralé fún ní London bọ̀ kó jẹ́ ká ṣe struggle délẹ̀ àbí ìgbà yẹn yìí náà wá ní Koiki ibo ló fẹ́ kára lé sí fún ẹ ní London tí ó ti ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa ìyàwó ẹ̀ tó tẹ ìlú ẹlẹ́nu rárá pẹ̀lú máa ti yìn mí rárá nísìn àìtí ṣiṣẹ́ kankan tẹ bá yìn lórí mi a máa wújù bọ̀tà bá kọ̀ ní ìdòwò kẹ support wa ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró lórí Buhari ẹ má yẹ ká kúrò lórí ẹ ẹ jẹ́ ká gbóhun tó lóyè Ìgbòho sọ kí ni ó lè mú lóyè jáde báyìí láti sọ pé báyìí gbóhùn sókè Ìgbòho.
òfò nílùú yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ rọrọ sọ ẹ wá ń pariwo pé kí Tinubu lọ bá ẹ mú Sunday kó ẹ ní sí oríire ọdún mẹ́jọ ni Buhari lò mú Fúlàní tẹ̀ka sísẹ́ àwọn ti ń dà lórí.
ọdún mẹ́jọ ni Buhari lò kò dẹ̀ mú àwọn Fúlàní ṣé rọ́lá ń pa bóyá ẹtúgbọ́n kan tí màá láfíà sọ níbí báyìí ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ but a ti gbàgbé we are only reminding you especially those of you that are still pointing fingers Igboho talks too much Igboho doesn't have respect for elders. I read some of your comments ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá be careful because we are talking about people that wants to kill us and our elders refuse to speak up. Igboho no slow down the invasion of the Fulani in Yoruba land. How many people agree with that? Do you know that it was because Igboho stopped it? Buhari, mo sọ fún yín pé ikú bàbá yèyé called me and Igboho to the palace before he died. Ọba Òkínkù ọba wàjà ni. And he told us, I was sitting down when the late Aláàfin said that Buhari called him. I am not making this up. Buhari called him to pin down Igboho in the palace. I don't think some of you understand what I'm talking about. The late Aláàfin called me and Igboho and said, Igboho, mo ṣe gba call látọ̀dọ̀ Buhari. Buhari called the late Aláàfin pé kó mú Igboho sínú palace. Kó mú sílẹ̀ dèwọ́ káwọn DSS àtàwọn sójà kó lè mú Igboho. It was after that lọ́lọ́ attack wa ní July 1st. That was in 2021. I was still in Nigeria when Aláàfin called us. Kò ń ṣe nǹkan, kò ń ṣe márùn-ún la dé palace Aláàfin. The rest I would leave it for another time in my new The question is, what was the reason why Buhari wanted to arrest Igboho? Because Igboho challenged the Fulani in Yoruba land. But no. Tí àwọn kan bá lè sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń wọ aṣọ funfun káàkiri, táwọn elite wa ò lè sọ̀rọ̀, táwọn governors ò lè sọ̀rọ̀, most of them could not face Buhari, not even Tinubu, because Tinubu was trying to play the devil advocate because Tinubu wanted to be the president. So gbogbo tí Buhari ṣe, Tinubu was accepting it, but somebody stood out of millions of Yoruba people. And who was that man? It was Igboho. He challenged Buhari indirectly and directly that no, this is not going to be possible. Not on our soil. Bàbá mi, ìyá mi Ramota ni Koiki, olófò ni Buhari, mo fún ní 10 zeros. Kò perform kankan rárá. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi Olúsànyà Ramota. Mo kíyàwó Mrs. Ọláníyàn mo rí wọn lálẹ́, mo ti get orúkọ yẹn dáadáa. Máa mix wọn pé ọkùnrin ni, bọ́bìnrin ni wọ́n. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀ silent listeners. Ó yẹ ká máa dúpẹ́ fún bàbá yìí. Kò ní ká fóun lówó, ó kàn ní ká máa dúpẹ́ fóun pé Ọlọ́run fi òun ṣe gàrí tíra fún wa. Ṣé mi ni máa stop Fúlàní? Agbára mélòó láwa ní? Gbogbo ariwo tá à ń pa kò débi kankan. Until ìgbà tí Ìgbòho dé. Until ìgbà tí olóyè Ìgbòho dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. And I remember vividly well how it joined us when I was crying after the death of Tolulope Arotile in 2019. Ẹ wo bó ṣe lọ invade olóyè ní 2020 when we were going to do the rally. ESS, Gani Adams no máa darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn. Bíyá ló wá lọ́la. How many people remember that? That Igboho Soka was invaded. Ṣé mi ò tẹ́ mọ̀ bí Soka ṣe rí nígbà tí mo lọ Nàìjíríà ní 2021 ni mo wá rí pé mo wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ chief pé báwo lè ṣe wá ṣe? Àṣewọ́tẹ̀ ṣe ń bọ̀ wá ṣe jàǹbá rẹpẹtẹ ní 2021. Mo kí Rod Stone. Only Fulani were chased away from Central Africa. Wọ́n lé wọn náà ní Ghana. So let me remind us again that the only enemy that we had for 8 years was Buhari, and Buhari is now telling us that pàtàkì pé òun ṣe pé Nigeria economy was the best, even our security was the top notch. The account details again is 30, 96, 80, 88, 48, First Bank. Let's go further and listen to Igboho. Why do you think that Malafia told us this? Because Malafia had inside information about the bandits and Boko Haram. They have one. They are the same. Ẹja gbọ́n kan tí Malafia sọ, kọ́lọ̀ fún ọ̀run kẹ. Only we are bankers. I have PhD. Orí mi pé o. Because some of you might think that this man is a stupid man. He says, we don't talk nonsense. I have a PhD. It's not PhD that they bought. It's a PhD of something that he studied. OLAKUNLE, I remember the October 1st rally in 2020 when they tried to stop Oloye at Soka, but he proceeded and did a shot. That was when the madness of these trying to take him out. But Igboho challenged the status quo. It has never been done in the history of Nigeria that one Yoruba man stand against the Fulanis while all the Yorubas were keeping quiet. Tinubu kept quiet because of his own ambition. The rest of the governors could not face him. Akeredolu tried it. Igboho orúkọ tó ń dààmú àwọn Fúlàní, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Mr. Ogundipe, wọ́n ní Igboho orúkọ tó ń dààmú àwọn Fúlàní. And that is why, when I see some Yoruba people condemning Igboho, I ask yourself, are you sure pé ẹ kì í ṣe Fúlàní? This money, they buy Malafia for saying the truth. Or pa Malafia, or take it out. ẹja àgbọn tí màláfíà sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented.
Okay.
They have sat down with us.
Okay.
Not once.
Okay.
Not twice.
Okay.
They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria.
One of the northern governor is a leader of Boko Haram. Àwọn mẹ́ta ni wọ́n. Let me give you the three names of those who mentioned. One of them is Ganduje, one of them is El Rufai, and the last one is Ganduje, El Rufai, Oshikoyokon. Shetima. Shetima is governor and is the current vice president. Now, the program we did yesterday afternoon about the Kashmir, Kashmir as of today, in the whole of the world that we are living today, is the most militarized place that you can ever think of. Is the most militarized because India does not want the Kashmiris to have their own independence. And we pray that our own will not be like that by the time President Bola Tinubu completes his tenure, that they will turn the whole of Yoruba land into a militarized location. And this is the reason why we cannot stay longer than what we have stayed already. Because if we allow Tinubu to complete his tenure, whether it's the 4 years or the 8 years, and Tinubu hand over power back to the Fulanis, expect the worst case than Buhari. Ayomi Kudamiju says, and I quote, volume. We are looking to get another external mic. Ìyẹn la ṣe lo laptop fún our main Facebook. I kàn ń lò fún Koikimedia Odùduwà. But I'm working on it. Ẹ má bínú sí mi. Ayomi Kudamiju says, Buhari opened the door with the help of Obama. Buhari is a trash can. Rod Stoney, it is better to live with the cobra snake than having a Fulani as a neighbor. Shetumbo, we all better our leg be cobra than our leg be Fulani. Never trust Fulanis. Whether they are town Fulani, they are city Fulani, they are village, it doesn't matter. They are Fulanis. A bomb bastard. They are not people we should have any relationship with at all. We can still have relationship with the Igbos to some extent, at least, but never trust the Fulani. Not that we can trust any one of them as well, because every one of them have an agenda against the Yoruba people, but at least we can still share borders with the Biafras. We can share borders with the Hausas, but never share borders with the Fulanis. The Fulani agenda is still the topmost. They will invade and they will take that our land if we sleep more than how we are sleeping. And that is the reason why some of us must continue to say it the way it is, even if it is painful to some of the Fulanis. And you are not our family. We are Shababa Ekiti. Àmọ́ Sultan of Sokoto, Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ ní ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, and we will continue to respect him. Awùjalẹ̀ lọ́ba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Adó of Ewi àti gbogbo wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Not Sultan of Sokoto to tell us that kò ní dá fún Sultan of Sokoto ní ṣoríire. One bastard. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́ni kọ́ wá pa Ìgbòho sílé. Idiot all over the place. And Yoruba people tolerate this nonsense, and we are here shouting that we want independent Yoruba country. Some of you will tell us to keep quiet. Show that balẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Káwa di slave lórí ilẹ̀ wa. Already we are slaves outside the country. Baby leke ni ẹni sin àwọn ìyá yẹn 12-hour shift on the floor of NHS. They can do the same thing if the University of Ibadan Hospital is working, they will pay their salary. Nobody, a way of Ado Ekiti Beni. We want to be free. That is the reason why we are shouting Yoruba Nation, not because of anything. Never trust any Fulanis. Let us say, support Koikimedia. Very, very important. Ejeka pada sodo malafia. Don't let anybody tell you that a bandit is different from Boko Haram. They are one. Tọ́ba ti ń dárúkọ Boko Haram, àwọn náà ni Lakaruwa, àwọn náà ni ISIS. How can we be living in fear on our land? Our ta like Ifaji. Ẹlòmíì bá wa gbọ́ nísìnyí just 12:41 ó fẹ́ lọ Ìjẹ̀bú because ó ní ṣíṣe ṣe láàárọ̀ ọ̀la. Or bí ọ̀dà nísìnyí kò gbé mọ́tò láti kò nísìnyí kò náà ṣeré lọ sí Ìjẹ̀bú at this time of the hour. Why should we be living in fear on our land? Bí àṣàyàn kan, bí àṣà even Sokoti, bí àṣà Bàbá Èkìtì, bí àṣà Dr. Mawumi, can we go to North and do what they are doing on our land? Can we go and kidnap them and put them in their forest and ask for ransom? So why are we denying ourselves that we should be one when we are not one? What is the essence of being one, knowing fully well that we are not one? Shall we lọ sí North ká lọ kidnap wọn? Can we go to the North and rape their women? Why are we tolerating nonsense because of the selfish bastard of the politicians within Yoruba land? And we're telling Tinubu, divide this country so that everybody go their separate ways. We don't need restructure, because if you restructure, they will still come onto your land. And the land is very, very important. The moment you allow your land to be used for rubbish, everything will be happening on the land. Our one pray the land here, our one land, they come on our land, they come on our soil, and they will tell us that Yoruba, they abuse us on our land, they destroy our land, they destroy our children. Do you know that don't let me get angry tonight. Let me take you to Turkey. Money be an international platform that mama for any law. Do you know that over 100 people have died in Turkey because of fake alcohol? What it detectivity problem yet you want to see? Because some people must have brought in a fake alcohol. Over 100 people have died in Turkey. Do you know how many fake products continue to be consumed in Nigeria by our people and killed on a daily basis because our fake products? And you expect us to live with this kind of people? We are within the enemies, whether they are Igbos, whether they are Hausa, whether they are Fulanis, whether they are Igbo, whether they are foreigners. As I speak to you right now, you think I'm making this up? Buhari pada Koikimedia International News. When I saw the news, I was like, wow. In Turkey, advert on the website that was Koikimedia.com. Koikimedia.com will give you everything you need to know about Yoruba Nation. Anything you want to know about Yoruba Nation, go on Koikimedia.com. But if you want news, go on the new platform called Koikimedia International News.com. There, Basilori group Koikimedia. You are missing a lot. You got to be on the WhatsApp group, because that is where you will be receiving top-notch information on international news, because you are too busy. You can just look at it and say, hey, headline, lele. So let me take you to Turkey quickly. More than 100. Do you know the meaning of 100? 1, 2, 3, 4, not 5, not 10. 100 people have died from a bootleg alcohol in Turkey in recent week, according to NTV says. Ankara, more than 100 people have died from poisoning by bootleg alcohol in Ankara and Istanbul, NTV reported on Friday in Yelano, after authorities warned about the rising sales of illicit booze being passed off as a big name brand. You know the same thing that is happening? Are we not seeing the people from the southeast producing fake alcohol, fake whiskey, fake wine, and people are consuming it. That's kidney problem. And you want us to live together as one unity in Nigeria. For where? And we don't consume alcohol. No be with the Yoruba people, they drink alcohol. And one lórí burúkú Fulani, àwọn èèyàn alcohol, but they are ready to take alcohol money. Tinubu say, let's review this tax. Olórí burúkú ọmọ àlè Jídé Òjítọ́, mo sọ fún yín lánàá, ó ń show Biningari in Kaduna State. And somebody is asking that, are these people paying tax? All these farmers. Are they paying tax? Because they're saying that, oh, farmer in Bilingari, they are making billions. Obere say calculate how many bag of rice, how many bag of yam, how many bag of kinikon. And I was going through the comment. Somebody asking that, are they paying tax to the government? And are they paying tax? Why are we stupid Yoruba people and accept all this nonsense? That's why Tinubu is saying, let us reform the tax. We might not agree with Tinubu, but Tinubu said, let us reform the taxes and see how the tax has to be paid and shared among all the bloody 36 states. And we broke let us have more states. Whoever is telling us to have more states, have more states where the 36 states, they cannot even fix your road. They're already proposing more states for Nigeria, another 33 states. The one that we have, that is 36, we cannot look after the people inside it. They're telling us we should have more states. Divide Nigeria now so that everybody can get the hell out and do whatever they want to do. So I'm giving you two stories simultaneously. Let's go back to Ankara and Istanbul. And Moibo is a fake product. How can we live with those kind of people? And when you're there, care. It doesn't matter who is drinking it. Whether it's their father that is drinking it, whether it's their mother that is drinking it, they continue to produce fake product and you want us to live together. Let them have Biafra so that Biafra can deal with all these fake people as well. Let everybody deal with themselves. They can be together. Because if there is a Biafra country, there will be rules and regulations. But only Brooklyn and Biafra so that they can continue to produce fake product. You saw it on the news. How even if the environment was even clean, you had them as okay, you don't they clean. You ask that, are these really not human being? Are this human being? Go and see how they were producing those products in Abba producing. And those are the kind of animals you want us to live together with. Any shori rebubu. Why Lagos State? What to compete with àwọn ìyá tiwa tó ṣe àdàtọ̀ original. How much is this whiskey? When I was did you see me when I was buying my whiskey, at the duty free in Istanbul? Imagine if what I was buying was a fake product and I have to give it to somebody because I don't drink. I bought it for somebody. Any fake product Istanbul. Idiot all over the place. And sọ̀rọ̀ tó important àwọn Yorùbá kan máa take care and sọ pé ká gba Yorùbá country ẹ máa ní conservative ẹ̀yin Yorùbá ronú kan yóò lò sí ẹ fẹ́ ṣe APC ẹ fẹ́ ṣe PDP ẹ fẹ́ ṣe Labour Party ẹ fẹ́ ṣe AAC Ṣòwòrẹ́ tó lè wọ tó lè di president wasting his energy and effort. Who is going to vote for Ṣòwòrẹ́ to be the president of Nigeria? Idiot all over the place. We are not one. Why must we be together? Let's go back to the story of how 100 people died because of a poisonous alcohol in Ankara and Istanbul. The government are working round the clock now to curtail it because they don't even know how far it has gone. And we are here shouting that we cannot live together. Igbo, kì í ṣe Igbo. Agenda Igbo yàtọ̀ sí Yorùbá. Agenda Yorùbá yàtọ̀ sí Hausa. Kólúkálùkù máa lọ́n rẹ̀. But àwọn olórí burúkú politicians only, they will have birthday party in Abuja. They can't take it to their state in Ekiti state because wọ́n mọ̀ pé kò sí títí táwọn yẹn máa gbà débẹ̀. Mo kí ìyá mi Ọlájíre Kókà. Ẹ má gbàgbé ìtẹ́fẹ́ donate owó fún wa. Let's go back to Ankara. In Istanbul, imagine 70 people died from the poisonous since January 14. So that means this has been going on since January. So it's not even something that just started yesterday. According to the NTV said, without citing a source, another 33 have died in the capital in Ankara since the start of this year, making 100 people have lost their life because of a fake alcohol, and they still can't trace it. The office of Istanbul governor could not immediately be reached for comment. Another 230 people in the two cities have been hospitalized, making over 330 people have been affected. Our Joko, I'm an affected country. No, we don't want Igbo, but we don't want to break away from Nigeria. So, we can have a Yoruba country and decide who comes in and who does not come in. It's not by force. If you apply for a visa, it's not by force that they have to give you the visa. It's not by force. The price of alcohol beverages has rocketed in recent years due to heavy tax imposed by President Tayyip Erdogan, Islamic-rooted ruling AKP party. So, because of the price of alcohol that has gone up, what do you expect? People start producing fake products and brand it as original. And people consume it. 100 people have died. 230 people have been hospitalized. Alcohol drinks makers have also faced an increase on numerous tax burden and other restrictions. That is an Islamic country. Islam does not allow alcohol. I have been to, and alcohol is consumed 24/7. Mokia Clement, Koikimedia. Only please subscribe, smash and share widely. My big brother. No. They're not a joke. Now, every month I just see donation from him. I think he lives in Netherlands. Only God knows, only God can bless you, because I don't even know you. But I'm sure you just enjoy Koikimedia, that this one, I like people with the top truth. Like I'm the Kano. I'm going to give you my own money every month. Thank you so much to all the Biafra that are supporting this platform as well. We love you so much and we appreciate you. And we can be good neighbors. And we can stop the illegal alcohol produced by the Igbo people if there's a Biafra country. Because I'm sure Biafra country will not tolerate any nonsense like that. Before we go after them, their country, government, we deal with them. Yes, they are business people that don't produce fake products. Is it because of Nigeria that you are producing fake products? When you have a Biafra country, you can then become a big businessman. All these products that we are seeing back and left and all over the place, all over the world, people are producing it, but don't produce fake. Because that's exactly what is happening now in Turkey. A fake product. Do you know that this can affect their tourism? I don't think some of you understand the impact if they don't curb this quickly. Because who's going to travel to a country where alcohol is killing people? That is why and tourism in Turkey, let me give you the estimate of tourism in Turkey right now. Turkey. Let's look at the value. But these are the statistics. In 2024, last year, even after the midst of the COVID-19 and all this pandemic, because I remember that we couldn't travel for a very long time. While we couldn't travel all over the world, the Fulanis were coming in on our land. Coming into our land and destroying us and killing us. But let's look at Turkey. And they call it Turkey because the name changed. In 2024, the Turkey tourism revenue was $61.1 billion. The revenue from tourism was $61.1 billion, a record high. This was a 9% increase from 2023 when tourism revenue was 56.44 million. What the hell are we still doing in Nigeria? Because I don't know. It's because we know the importance of when we are running our own independent country. We are not going to be like the Fulani idiot, the Hausa that doesn't have any brain in their head, doesn't know what tourism is all about. You expect people to come to Ekiti Waterfall, when there's no security. James Olajide ní wow, ọmọ owó nìyẹn Koiki o, gbogbo ẹ̀tẹ́ níṣẹ́, wàá ṣiṣẹ́ ní àfẹ́ bọ́. Àwọn ọ̀tẹ̀ ni wàá ṣiṣẹ́, àwa la máa jẹ́ ẹni tó nílé iṣẹ́. Do you know that when we have an independent Yoruba country, ìwọ náà máa ní iṣẹ́ káwọn èèyàn máa ṣiṣẹ́ lábẹ́, you will have nothing less than 10 staff. Whatever job you are doing, whatever business you are doing, because we will be the main people, while people will be báwa náà ṣe ń lọ sí àwọn ìlú yẹn tá fi lọ ṣiṣẹ́, báwa náà ṣe ń lọ sí àwọn ìlú yẹn, people will like to come to our country, apply for our residency, and we are not going to give them full permit. No, we will give you the right to work, but you will have to renew it every year. Because our passport will be very valuable to us. Why do you think it took me 15 years to just get a resident permit in UK? 15 years. 15 years. And because I wanted to do it the right way. If I wanted to go the back door, I would have done it less than that. I did she registry as a wedding. But because I didn't want to go through that route, and that's the reason why. Some people were lucky. Within 1 year, got their papers. Some within 6 months. But mine took 15 years. So we're talking about tourism that can give us billions of dollars. Let's get Yoruba country. Tinubu divide this country so that everybody can go and have peace of mind. I am still in my 40s. Within 1 year, you will not have to go to Dubai. To go and do what? Check ice cream, you will build and build and build. I don't know why we have to keep shouting and telling people that is the future for us. Let everybody go their separate ways. Divide this country. This country is no longer viable for any one of us. This man says generating 6.1 billion. It's not 6 billion, 61, not 6.1. $61 billion was what Turkey made last year. 9% increase from 2023. 61 billion. Do you know that from that tourism, the government also make money? You make money. Everybody makes money. Because there will be demand for everything. Okay, let me give you an example. I'm just trying to look around me and see what example I can give you. Think about an hotel with at least 10 rooms. And those 10 rooms have been booked the whole year. That is Tawaba Philosophy Turkey. My mom loves Turkey so much that we have some particular hotel that we use. You phone that hotel, they tell you that it is fully booked. And you're wondering how. Because you are not the only one traveling there. You saw the airport when I was in Turkey. So some of you saw the airport. You have saw the video. You saw me while I was in Turkey. I did the video in Turkey. Let me show you one of the airports while I was in the airport. This is it. This is the airport. I'm going to increase volume. Sorry, those of you that doesn't understand Yoruba. Look at the airport.
Meeting point of the world.
Meeting point of the world, Istanbul. So I don't know ẹ̀yàn Yoruba. Ẹ má jẹ́ káwọn Fúlàní kó jẹ́ kí brain wa máa ronú bí tiwọn. It is time that we get the hell out of Nigeria. Nigeria has nothing to offer us. This man said Turkey is generating 61.1 billion from tourism, which is more than Nigeria's total budget. Àwọn tó mọ̀wé nìyẹn, àwọn tó kàwé nìyẹn, that their tourism is much more than our budget in Nigeria. And we are here shouting that we should have independent country, and some people will be arguing stupidly. They'll be telling you that, oh no, it's not yet time now. Let us still have a restructured Nigeria, a renovated Nigeria. How can you renovate where the room is very hot? Lord Stone is saying, Fulani has no mouth anywhere in Africa except in Nigeria. So sad indeed, because we tolerated them. Let me share programming. This is a platform that takes you to the international level to link it with Yoruba Nation. Because this is a platform to only compete when it comes to international linkage of Yoruba Nation with with other platforms. Other platforms are doing fantastically well. But when it comes to linking it with what is happening around the world, I have given you two different stories. One that is alcohol, which were also affected in Nigeria because of our Igbo to ship fake products. The second one is tourism. I want tourism because our politician does not see tourism as a revenue venture. How are they going to say it? They can't say it, they can't think. Tabafe lost Turkey. My mom has to book the hotel 2 months in advance because that particular hotel get filled up quickly. So if you have 10 rooms, like I was saying, no matter how small, let us put it, no matter how small. Go buy the 2,000 any, we take it. The panic we will take it because everybody's pocket is different. And we are very grateful to those of you that continue to support us. Easy to buy no, but I feel I want kini lele like it like now. Let's focus back to Buhari so that Kamai Sakuro a lot of Buhari. The purpose of this program is Buhari could not allow Nigeria to be a tourist destination because of the invasion of the Fulani terrorists. Who is going to come to a country where terrorism, OLAKUNLE, tourist attraction is a major source of generating funds? So what to know if you have just one room, one room, I bet you within 6 months you will multiply that room to 5 rooms, because that room, let me tell you how people make money. I mean, as a layman, imagine that your room that you have in Yoruba land has been booked for the whole year. They have paid you in advance. Oh my Lord, because people that are coming are paying money in advance. They are booking your room. They are guaranteed a home board. Talk about that. They must give you enough notice, and you still have to take commission back if they refuse to come to the hotel. That is the way hotel works. Is either you tell them in advance, at least I think maybe 1 day or 2 days, when you are not coming. But the fact that they are coming because there is something that they want to come and see in your land, which is your rocks, your river, your weather, your food, your culture. All these things are people that wants to come and see it. I want to come and see hiking. How many people know about hiking? People that hike, they go all over in the forest. They are not going to be lost because satellite is there to pinpoint exactly where Fulani is not going to kidnap them. But Buhari, only my administration significantly improved Nigeria's economy and security. Olórí burúkú ọmọ Fulani, bomb bastard, Omani. Tó bá ṣe pé bí Nigeria ṣe rí ni, ṣó jẹ́ kí ló Buhari jẹ́ president ní Nigeria. We are 1 hour 45 minutes into the conversation. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbọ́ Màláfíà Ọ̀bàdìà. Mo kí wa. I think I should have been recording this as well, because people love my recordings as well. Since I have a spare phone, let's record. I should have done that sometime. Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. We are still live on the 8th of February 2025. Let's listen to the late Màláfíà one more time. And sọ̀rọ̀ nípa the former president Muhammadu Buhari. Only my administration significantly pàtàkì improve Nigeria economy and security. Buhari ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ níbi birthday Dr. Kayode Fayemi tó ṣe l'Abuja tó lè ṣe lẹ́kìtì. Mo wá ń bi gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá láǹfààní àti máa gbọ́ ohun mi yìí pé ṣé tòótọ́ ni Buhari ó ṣe pàtàkì nínú economy Nigeria àti security fún ọdún mẹ́jọ. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tẹ́ bá rí voice note yìí, tó bá jẹ́ kó ṣe dáadáa ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀, tó bá dẹ̀ pé kò ṣe dáadáa kí ló dé tẹ́ ṣe rò pé kò ṣe dáadáa, torí pé Buhari ló ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó ní kí gbogbo yín kẹ́ shut up, ó ní kẹ́ yé pariwo, ó nígbà tó wà lórí oyè òun gbìyànjú tó pọ̀ jù, òun make sure pé economy Nigeria ó ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun. Àwa ń wo ṣé tòótọ́ nàbí irọ́, ẹja gbọ́n tí Màláfíà sọ nípa Buhari.
During this lockdown, players were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria. Don't joke with what I'm saying. I have a PhD from Oxford University. I'm a central banker. We don't talk nonsense. So don't joke with what I'm telling you. I have this from the highest possible authority, higher authority of some of the commanders of the killers.
You said northern governors, past or present, Dr. Badaya?
No, current. No, they said one of them is the...
Now, was this the reason why the late Malafia was killed by Buhari and the Fulanis? For the fact that he has it on the highest credible that during the lockdown, tọ́tí gbogbo amọ́lé, èyí tí ẹ bá rántí nígbà COVID-19, kódà Lagos State Governor níjọ́ náà òun náà pariwo pé báwo la ṣe lè ti bọ́dà táwọn kan wọlé tọ́lé pẹ̀lú Dangote truck. Ṣé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá rántí ní 2019? Now ẹ jẹ́ ká wá gbọ́n tí bàbá wa Olóyè Ìgbòho náà sọ níbí báyìí, especially fẹ́yìn ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ ń gbàdúrà pé kọ́lọ́n jẹ́ kó rí Olóyè Ìgbòho mú, ẹgbọ́n tó lóye sọ níbí báyìí.
Olórí burúkú Gúnmi tí ó ṣòfò àti tó gbẹrẹ ní méjì àlà tí ń kó bọ̀ tó ń kó bọ̀ burúkú kiri tó ń báyìí tó ń kidnap yẹn tó ń ṣe òfò nílùú yín bẹ̀yẹn ẹ̀rọ rọ̀ ẹ wá ń pariwo pé kí Tinubu lọ́ba ẹ̀ mú Sunday Igboho ẹ̀ ní sí oríire. Ọdún mẹ́jọ ni Buhari ò mú Fúlàní kankan ṣiṣẹ́ báwọn ti ń dà lórí èmi àti Kánú lójú kọ́ lọ́pàá ọdún mẹ́jọ ẹnì kankan ló dúró gbogbo ẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ gbẹ̀yìn ló dúró àtọ́lé gbogbo tó pẹ̀rẹ̀ ní jẹnẹra kí ló pẹ̀rẹ̀ tó wọ agbádá òfò tí ń dárúkọ mi yẹn ọ̀n dárúkọ tèmi nígbò jìjì ni ó pa ọ́ wọn tó ń dárúkọ mi pé kí Tinubu mú mi yẹn nígbò jìjì ni ó pa ọ́ Haúsá Fúlàní tó dárúkọ mi ó lè sí oríire àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ò ní délé kí ni ti kílódé mi àti ẹ̀bọ̀ ṣé Fúlàní ṣé mi jẹ́ Fúlàní tó rí tó mọ́ bọ́lá ní Yorùbá ní àgbẹ̀ náà kó lè mọ́ ọ̀ ṣe sọ pé kí Buhari ó mú gún mi nígbà yẹn ó sì sọ pé kí Buhari ó mú gún mi kó mú méjì aláwòrán tẹ́jọ́ sórí kútẹ́ gbogbo yàtọ̀ ibẹ̀ nígbà yẹn ẹ wá ń sọ pé kí Tinubu bá yẹn mú mi ẹ̀rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ti yà wẹ̀rẹ̀ ọdún mẹ́jọ ni Buhari lò kò mú Fúlàní kankan ò dìde nínú ọ̀tí kó sọ̀rọ̀ gbọ́n tí Buhari sí ọ̀dà kò sẹ́ni kankan tó sọ̀rọ̀ nù yìí ẹ̀yọ́ lórí burúkú yìí ẹ̀rí sí oríire nípò jìnnà pàgọ́ ẹ̀ tẹ́ sọ pé kí Tinubu mú mi ẹ̀rí sí oríire ẹ̀yọ́ lórí burúkú yìí ọ̀rọ̀ ń bọ̀ méjìlé ẹ̀sìn mo ní pẹ́ pẹ́ lólùfẹ́ mi lórí ti ọdún.
Òun lẹ gbọ́ tí bàbá wa ọmọ Adéyẹmọ tó sọ̀rọ̀ tó ní Buhari tó wá ń sọ fáwọn adésìn pé nígbà tó ń wà lórí oyè o kódà ilé ayé rọrùn fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Àwọn ní ṣé Buhari tàná tó ń ṣèjọba nígbà military tó kidnap èèyàn ní London, tó kidnap Nnamdi Kanu ní Kenya, tó pa 29,000 ọmọ Yorùbá ní Buhari pa. 29,000 ọmọ Yorùbá ní President Muhammadu Buhari àtàwọn ẹ̀wẹ̀ lọ́pa. Buhari ọ̀hún ló wá ń sọ fún wa pé ló sọ fún wa pé gbogbo nǹkan lọ rọrùn dáadáa. Mo wá ń bi wá nísìn pé ṣé Buhari rò pé àwa gbàgbé ni, àbí ó rò pé òmùgọ̀ làwọn ọmọ Yorùbá after tí Buhari ṣe jàǹbá fún ẹkọ́nọ́mì ilẹ̀ Yorùbá? Ó ti bọ́dà mọ́ wa, ẹ ti gbàgbé that Buhari locked the border. Ó ní kó má ṣe border south west, especially àwa àti Benin Republic, knowing fully well pé Benin neighbor wa ni wọ́n, ọmọ ìyá kan náà ni wá. Ẹ ti gbàgbé that President Buhari olórí burúkú Fúlàní locked the Yoruba borders and opened the border in the north for the influx of the Fulani. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ka ntí Vanguard newspaper sọ. Former President Muhammadu Buhari has asserted that Nigeria witnessed significant improvement in both the economy and security during his administration from 2015 up to 2023. Ṣé lórí burúkú ni Buhari? Ó ràn pa àwọn èèyàn gbọ́n tí mò ń sọ mọ́. President Buhari, the Fulani man from Niger, telling us, the Yorubas and Nigerians, that during his time in office from 2015, kò tẹ̀ mú ní kékeré, only from 2015 to 2023, there was improvement in economy and security during his administration. I am asking you, ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lórí? Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí ni àbí nǹkan míì wà ń bẹ̀? And these are the reason why we are saying a lè wà pẹ̀lú àwọn tí wọ́n gbé wa lọ sí ibi tá a mọ̀. It is high time that we say we cut off from Nigeria. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, divide Nigeria now. Àjọṣepọ̀ àwa ti Nigeria kò dán mọ́rán mọ́. Because if Buhari is still saying what he's saying, it shows that their thinking is still the same. And that is why in 1,000 years, we cannot live with the Fulanis. Ṣé rántí àwọn tí wọ́n kó sínú military tó ń béèrè pé which local government? Tom, ẹ ti gbàgbé. Let's go further. Buhari made the remarks on Wednesday this week while receiving members of the Katsina State Correspondent Chapter of the Nigerian Union of Journalists at his home country in Daura. Okay, Daura ló ti sọ̀rọ̀, okay? Mo tẹ̀rọ pé birthday Fayemi ló ti sọ̀rọ̀. All right, still the same, kò matter. Recalling the challenges he inherited. Buhari náà máa náà wọ́n inherited challenges látọ̀dọ̀ Jonathan olórí burúkú. Upon assuming office, Buhari said the country was grappling with a dire economic crisis and a severe security threat, including widespread terrorist activities. Ṣẹ́ni pé olórí burúkú ni Buhari. Buhari sọ fún wa pé nígbà tó ń wọrí oyè ní 2015, terrorist wà káàkiri gbogbo Nàìjíríà. Ó ti gbàgbé pé òun lòún ṣí bọ́dà tí terrorist fi wọlé rẹpẹtẹ. However, ó nígbà tóun máa fi ṣetán ní May 2023 kóun tó gbéjọba fún President Bola Tinubu, ó ní gbogbo nǹkan ti bẹ́tà. Ó ní sókè má blame òun fún any terrorist tó wà ní Nàìjíríà nísìn àti economy Nàìjíríà, ó ní kẹ́ lọ blame Tinubu. Ó ní by the time he maintain, ó dúró lórí òtítọ́ tiẹ̀ pé òun ò sọ kọ́lẹ̀ máa mú, òun kọ́ lòun wà responsible pé dọ́là lọ sókè. Fúlàní pa yín, wọ́n jí yín gbé. Buhari ní ẹ má mú òun. Ẹ pè ní Tinubu, òun ni kẹfà lẹ́pọ̀n. Mo ní Buhari. Ṣé Buhari ti eléyìí tá mọ̀ àbí ìta mọ̀? Ṣé Buhari tèní àbí ìta mọ̀? However, he maintained that by the time he left office in May 2023, Nigeria was a better state both economically and in terms of security. Is that so? Is that how you feel as Nigerians? That Buhari is telling us that before he left office of his administration, everything was working. Only I inherited an economy in crisis and a country plagued by insecurity. But by the time I left office, Nigeria had witnessed significant improvement in this critical area. Buhari noted. Olórí burúkú Fúlàní. Buhari náà máa ń sọ̀rọ̀. Buhari, the Fulani man, tó ní kú síbi táṣọ ẹ wà, bomb bastard, ọmọ àlè. Kò ṣẹ́jú ẹ̀, ṣèbí Tinubu ló lọ fẹ́lẹ́ pọ̀n wá. Tó sọ pé ó ṣèkíní ó lulẹ̀, ó ṣèkejì ó lulẹ̀, ó ṣèkẹta ó lulẹ̀ ló sọ pé ọ̀dẹ̀ nìyẹn Buhari. Òun máa kọ́kọ́ bá àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ to accept you to become the president. The former leader expressed confidence in the country trajectory. Ṣẹ̀rí òyìnbó trajectory yẹn olórí burúkú gbogbo ọlọ́ máa ń lò. Don't be deceived by that word trajectory. The meaning of that word I'll tell you now. When they tell you that Nigeria is
Trajectory.
Tango, Romeo, Alpha, Juliet, Echo, Charlie, Tango, Oscar, Romeo, Yankee. The word
Trajectory.
the path followed by projectile flying of an object moving under the action of giving force. Or if someone asks again the meaning of
Trajectory.
the curve that a body such as planet or comet in its orbit or a rock described in the space. And when the word trajectory mean in life, life is a journey where each stage of life impacts the other, and different life experience bring us closer or further away from our good life. There will never be good life in Nigeria. So do not be deceived by that word as it was used by Olori Buruku Buhari that expressed confidence in the country's trajectory. There will never be any confidence in the trajectory of Nigeria, because Nigeria is a bomb bastard. Ìlú tó lè ṣiṣẹ́ ni, created by the white people for their benefit alone, and their benefit alone, not for the benefit of the indigenous people. And that is why we are saying to President Bola Tinubu, divide this non-self country before it goes into chaos. 29,000 people was killed by Buhari, and yet he still have the audacity. And Buhari should be locked up in the prison while he's continuing to be investigated, just as Emefiele is in the prison. But Tinubu on the balls. Do you know that there's a country, I think in South Asia, they've just impeached their vice president. Toba Yagbe Tinubu ni balls, he should be in prison right now. But because Buhari was operating the same level like Emefiele, of them like Issa Patami, the Minister for Communication. Why do you forget all these things? Issa Patami, where is Nigerian Air? The plane coming from Addis Ababa. Paint it in Nigerian Air. It's all lies. I don't know why Tinubu is not locking every one of them up. You can see that you will just be talking. That is the reason why we are going to prepare for the outcome of what is going to be given to us very soon. Buhari officially handed power to his successor, President Bola Tinubu, of APC, on May 29, 2023. And you can see the damage and the pain that everybody has to go through because of his nonsense system. And let me remind you again, let's take you back again quickly, because we are forgetful people. How many of us were crying that this country is not going to work. And we have said it again and again that Tinubu is a weak element. And that is why he's not reacting to the Sharia law because of his own ambition again in 2027. While the Yoruba people are crying out for the Sharia law, President Tinubu has kept mute because he's a weak element. Listen to this guy.
Weak element in the Yoruba war. These are the weak elements they want to use to be able to push the Islamic agenda. People have been telling you that Islamic agenda is a lie. No, it's true. I can tell you that I was born a Muslim. My people have been Muslim since the 7th century. I'm a Madinga. And we have been Muslim. There is nobody in my ethnic group who is Christian. All my people have been Muslim. And I studied Islam in northern Nigeria. And I'm telling you, the agenda is to push that country toward Islamic agenda or destroy it completely. So to your question, I will tell you that Nigeria does not have a bright future for now.
Okay.
It doesn't have a bright future for now. The elements that are in the north, and most of them are receiving grants. Some of them even in university, they are getting grants from this Qatar, and all the extreme Islamic group are giving them money. And they are building, their power is increasing day by day in the political system. Because they are even creating billionaires that eventually tomorrow they want to control Western part of Nigeria. The East a little bit stubborn for them. Eastern Nigeria is stubborn. That's why they are isolating them. Okay. The isolation of for Igbo, it's not because Igbo is Nigeria. Igbos are the most Nigerian than any Nigerian. They are in every part of Nigeria you find them. They have their own problem for sure, like every African group. But the issue, they are not the problem. But they are acting a little bit stubborn to the Islamic agenda. So they have to be isolated. And to do that, you need one of the most powerful groups, which is the Yoruba group. If you don't use Yoruba, you can't succeed. Okay. And the Yoruba group is very educated. So what do? You look for the weak one among them, which is the Islamized ones, and play on their religious sentiment, and then you destabilize the country. I can tell you, my friends, you need a revolution.
I'm sure pé ti gbọ́n tí arákùnrin yẹn sọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún lọ síwájú. Ṣé rántí àwọn fídíò yìí? Ṣé rántí?
What's your name? What? Sit up, please. Where are you from?
Lára àwọn tí Buhari kó wọlé nílé yìí o.
Kaduna.
Kaduna.
But you're coming out of what local government?
Local government orí ti jáde.
Oh, can you find certificates?
Certificate of origin. Kí lorúkọ ẹ? Níbo ló ń gbé? Ìdọ́yà Yorùbá. Báwo ló ṣe wá rí certificate? Kaduna State. Ta ló fún ẹ ní certificate of citizenship of Lagos State? Indigene of Lagos State. Ọmọ Kaduna. Àwọn olórí burúkú. Okay. How many of you remember this video? Àti gbàgbé. Okay. Ó show the local government. Ọmọ Kaduna. Kò dẹ̀ gbọ́ Yorùbá rárá. Okay.
Also from
Oshodi, local government.
I want to know how it is being done.
How? Ẹ ti gbàgbé? Àwọn ń gbàgbé. The question is, ta ló pa Bọ́lá Ìgè? Because bí Àkàndé ń tán fún wa pé Nigerian government ló pa Bọ́lá Ìgè. And he said it clearly in the interview tó ṣe pẹ̀lú Edmond Obilo that the government can kill anybody just like Babangida pa Dele Giwa, just like bí Buhari ṣe pa Tolúlọpọ̀ Arótilé. Ẹ jẹ́ á gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí Uncle Bọ́lá Ìgè sọ before he died. Wọ́n ní àwọn làwọn sọ fún Uncle Bọ́lá Ìgè kó lọ darapọ̀ mọ́ ìjọba Ọbásanjọ́. Ìyẹn Bísí Àkàndé ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o pé àwọn ẹgbẹ́ AD àwọn làwọn approve kí Uncle Bọ́lá Ìgè lọ ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú enemy ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó ń pè ní Ọbásanjọ́. Ṣe rí pé we have been trapped for a very long time. Listen to how Uncle Bọ́lá Ìgè reacted on how Yoruba people should be independent away from Nigeria. Ẹ jẹ́ á gbọ́ tí bàbá yẹn sọ. Okay. Okay. The question is, ta ló pa Uncle Bola Ige? Bísí Àkàndé ní àwọn kankan wà tóun mọ̀ tóun ò ní sọ, but pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ló pa Bọ́lá Ìgè. Àwọn bàbá yìí wọ́n ti bàyé jẹ́. Àwa táwa jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ wọn, àwa ń wò wọ́n báyìí pé ṣé àwọn bàbá làwọn eléyìí. Wọ́n mú Uncle Bọ́lá Ìgè, wọ́n tì í síbi tí kò jẹ́ kó wà, wọ́n pa bàbá yẹn. Àwa wá expect pé kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kó túṣẹ, kó túbà. After all the atrocities committed by Fulanis, endorsed and supported by Yorubas. And that is the reason why they refuse to endorse and support Baba Akintoye. Because wọ́n mọ̀ pé Baba Akintoye wants the best for the Yoruba people. And only the best by having an independent Yoruba country, which is the only option. But why are we having obstacles and those that are fighting to secure a Fulani agenda, which is Buhari and his clan and devil of Sokoto, Sultan of Sokoto, Lori Buruku, telling us that they are bringing Sharia into Yoruba land? It is high time that we all demand that President Bola Tinubu must divide Nigeria. It's as simple as that. We are not interested in any more election in that corrupt terrorism country that has taken us backwards for the last 64 years. We are fed up and tired of being part of a system that is deliberately put to keep us below par. Home and abroad. We are on the right track, and we will continue to use our mouth to shout because we don't have the weapon to fight. But these, our sharp mouths, will not stop reminding people of the atrocities committed. And I'm trying to see if I can pull up what Baba Akintoye said when we sent a letter to Olori Buruku Buhari to remind him of the death of millions of thousands of Yoruba people and millions of people that were destroyed in terms of economic and insecurity. Many Yoruba people can no longer reach out to their farms because Buhari destroyed everything. And the only way we can fight back is to demand the dissolution and the breakup of Nigeria so that the indigenous people can return back to where they are before the fraudulent white British brought in their amalgamation on us, because Akinshi Nigerians, and God never created Nigeria. White man created Nigeria, not God. No Jesus Christ created Nigeria. No Muhammad, no tradition created Nigeria. Nigeria was created and put together for a business purpose. And they are not going to let it go if we do not fight back. So let's take you quickly, if I can find those documents. I believe, if not on this laptop, I will have to go on my email. But let me remind again that it is not just by calling for Yoruba Nation, it is by putting it in action. We are not going to destroy Yoruba land because we want Yoruba country. But we will protect Yoruba land and chase out those that should not be there, especially the Fulani terrorists, because they are not part of Yoruba people. They are not criminals. They are full-blown terrorists. And America, government of Southwest, especially our governors, should be doing the same thing to kill any terrorists within Yoruba land and not give them the space to breathe. But rather, Olori Buruku, they are all camping different women in different hotels in Abuja right now and doing rubbish, while thousands of Yoruba people are sleeping in darkness. We can no longer continue in that direction. So let's go and look for the letter, either the one we sent to Tinubu as a reminder or the one that we sent to Olori Buruku Muhammadu Buhari while he was in office, to remind him of how his people are killing us. But he refused to reply our letter because Olori Buruku Montoshe. You think Buhari was stupid? Buhari was not stupid. He knew what he was doing, and I think I found the letter because I normally email myself, and I believe this was sent to myself in 2022, August 16, precisely at 4:35 p.m. These are all the archives that we are preparing by the time I'll be writing my book in the near future, so that we don't lose anything. If I don't have the hard copy, I'll go back to my email. Efarabale, this was the letter that Yoruba Self-Determination wrote to Olori Buruku Buhari in 2022, especially those of you that keep saying, oh, do it the needful way. No, we have been doing it the needful way. But a Fulani man will never answer you, because they don't expect to answer you because they are violent people. Yoruba people are not violent people, and we remain non-violent, and we will continue to dialogue, but we are not stupid. Efarabale. It's going to be in English. I'll try if I can do a translation in Yoruba. August 6, 2022. President Muhammadu Buhari, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Aso Rock Villa, Aso Rock, Abuja, Nigeria. Dear Mr. President, the Yoruba Self-Determination Movement, and I believe I should download these so that I can have a copy stored right inside my documents. And if you need a copy, I believe we have these on my website, Koikimedia.com. But if anybody needs a copy, I'm more than welcome to share you. These are the copies that we should have, and remind your senators in America, in Canada, in the UK, around the world, in African countries, that the Yoruba people are non-violent. And we continue to be non-violent because we have been engaging the government of Nigeria, Buhari up to Tinubu, that we want to go. But one push you are, they are pushing us so that they can call us terrorists, and they say, oh, they are violent people. This was 3 years ago, at least 2.5 years ago, if we calculate that it is not yet August 2025. So precisely 2 years ago, we have been engaging. Nobody has asked anybody to kill anybody, and nobody has asked anybody to destroy anything within Yoruba land or within Nigeria, because we are not people like that under the leadership of Professor Akintoye. But the man report Taban Sheba is because we want the international community to know that this is the federal government of Nigeria that is pushing us against our will and wish. So when we call for rally, everybody must come out to demand our right to self-determination. So let's read further, and I'll see if we can post these straight into the Facebook. I don't know how it's going to happen because it's about 18 pages, but let's read it. Emma Konju and good night. But we are in a very dear situation right now, and it is important to remind ourselves that if we do not get the hell out of Nigeria, we will be militarized more than Kashmir today. Dear Mr. President, the Yoruba Self-Determination Movement, YSDM, respectively write this letter to you for and on behalf of the indigenous Yoruba people of the southwest of Nigeria, inclusive of the Yoruba citizens of the 6th state of Yoruba Southwest Zone, Ekiti, Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, Oyo State, and the Yoruba citizens of part of Kogi, Kwara, Delta State, all south of the middle Niger River in Nigeria. The Yoruba Self-Determination Movement is a movement comprising well over 100 Yoruba self-determination organizations based at home and in the Yoruba homeland in Nigeria and abroad in most countries of the world. The Yoruba Self-Determination Movement collaborates with said many Yoruba self-determination organizations in the highest service of the Yoruba self-determination agitation and struggle. Mr. President, the Yoruba Self-Determination Movement now serves you a notice of the decision of the Yoruba people to accept their right to self-determination, which right of self-determination is an inalienable and unquestionable right of every indigenous nation in the world, and which right is enriched in many international instruments that provide for the system of order of the modern world. Upon asserting this right of self-determination, we Yoruba nation shall be free to determine our political status, pursue our economic, social, and cultural development according to policies chosen independently by us, and to live under the government independently chosen and ordered by us. In short, in light of the worsened and painful plight of our Yoruba people in Nigeria, as detailed below, an overwhelmed majority of the coalition of Nigeria's social, cultural, community, and non-governmental organizations have resolved to pursue self-determination for a sovereign Yoruba nation. In further pursuit of the decision, over 5 million members of the Yoruba adult population have within a short time signed the petition to affirm without equivocation their support for creating an independent Yoruba nation state. Consequently, Mr. President, this letter on behalf of all our Yoruba people, number one, formally gives you notice of the decision of the overwhelming majority of our Yoruba nation and people to exercise our right to self-determination, to have our independent and sovereign country from the country of Nigeria. Formally informs you that we desire to commence this process of self-determination officially as to establish our independent and sovereign country as soon as possible, hopefully in a constructive dialogue with the government of Nigeria. Number three, the Yoruba Self-Determination Movement is committed to a peaceful approach to achieving our objectives through negotiation with the government of Nigeria. We hope this process will lead to the establishment of a sovereign Yoruba nation state expeditiously and lead to a mutually agreed and peaceful outcome. Mr. President, we Yoruba have taken our time to consider various options available to us as a civilized people in today's civilized world, we have arrived at the most reasonable conclusion and the most sustainable option in the best interest of our people. Throughout the past 60 years of independent Nigeria, we Yoruba, having attained to a considerable high level of modern education and other modern development than all other Black African nations before the coming of European colonialism and the amalgamation of hundreds of people to form the country of Nigeria, have patriotically and consistently made positive effort to impact the lives of the other nationalities of Nigeria with our high standards. However, our efforts have not yielded any much of good result for our people or for the other different ethnic nations, owing to serious divergence in cultural and value orientations, amounting to a clash of cultures. Yoruba people have now decided to manage their own affairs and to command uncumbered control over their lives and destiny. The Yoruba are denied the opportunity to exercise their God-given rights in a Nigeria that is dragged down by a ponderous, ineffective, and a bloated central government that is regularly burdened by contentious religious involvement, by powerful culture of people, corruption, and by the headstrong effort of one ethnic nation to subjugate others. Those are the Fulanis. Mr. President, you might be aware, given your military service history, that in a memo in the early February 1969, only 9 years after Nigeria's independence, the IC intelligence community advising the US government on the Biafra war accepted that further disintegration of Nigeria was likely and that the Western world might have to live with a loose confederation or formation of severally completed independent countries. And this is going to happen in our lifetime. What we Yoruba have now chosen is the formation of our independent Yoruba country, separate from Nigeria, that was created by British for their own special interest. Mr. President, it is essential to remind you, as the President of Nigeria, that during the discussion leading to the independence of Nigeria from Britain in the late 1950s, Yoruba leaders at the time strongly advocated for the inclusion of a secession clause in the Constitution, but they were overruled by the colonial administration, and Olori Buruku bomb bastard. Thus, right from the onset, the doubt about the different nationalities coexistent in one country was very clearly expressed. Present-day Nigeria amount essentially to something like forcing the nations of the United Kingdom, Germany, France, Italy, Belgium together as a country and expecting such a country to function optimally. And we're telling you that we are different people. They'll tell you, oh, we can go and manage Nigeria. Anybody that tells us to keep Nigeria, I want to be on the bomb bastard all over the place. Can you put Germany, France, Italy and expect it to work optimally? Idiot all over the place. You remember also, Mr. President, that all the persons who served at the top of Nigerian affairs in the formative years of the 1950s and 1960s expressed serious doubts the wisdom of keeping the many peoples of Nigeria as one country. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, then the foremost Yoruba leader and one of the foremost negotiators of the federal system of Nigeria, wrote at the time that Nigeria is a mere geographical expression, and that if a member of the federation became predominantly anesthetic, the other members of the federation should they disagree with such, be able to discontinue their association with the country. Why should we continue our association with a bloodiest country that cannot protect the individual? Welfareism is not there, healthcare is not there, nothing seems to be working, and you're telling us to keep Nigeria. If you tell us to keep Nigeria, bomb bastard all over the place. Nigeria that cannot protect itself wants to protect you. Idiot all over the place. Bomb bastards. Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, the man who was the prime minister, headed the Nigerian Federation in the years immediately before and after independence, said on number of occasions before and after the bloody independence, since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria one country, and it will break last year to marry. It will break last year to marry. It will break. If it has to be war, it will be war. Our people are suffering too much. Bomb bastard. If some of us can travel out of the country, not everybody can have access to travel. It no go better for your papa and your mama if you tell us to pray for Nigeria. Any church that say we should pray for Nigeria, it no go better for that pastor. It no go better for that imam. Any shorire. Bomb bastard. Let anybody tell us to pray for Nigeria. It no go better for that pastor and that imam. Any shorire. Idiot all over the place. Suffering all over people all over the place. You'll be watching people all over the TV and they'll be sweating in their house because there's no air condition. Saudi Arabia, Dubai, idiot all over the place. Prepare your mind and your body and spirit, Yoruba people. Prepare your mind and your body for what is about to happen. Idiot all over the place. Since 1914, the British government that is not telling every indigenous people that are living there that you will not be given papers. But you can come and do cleaning of the nyash, cleaning of the bottom. You cannot drive even Uber because they don't need you for that job. They need you to take care of the health care. It will break. If Baba Adeboye lied, let him go spiritual wise, Nigeria will break. I have told you that. It will break in our lifetime. And this year, there will be a push. Since 1914, the British government has been trying. That's why this bastard and Olori Buruku British will be telling us, oh, by 2075, do you know what 2075 means? I will be in my 90 years old. That Nigeria will be a great place. And Olori Buruku, David Lammy is telling us. Why should we trust David Lammy when we cannot trust what they did to us in 1914? Why should we trust them now? Oh, because they are white people. But once she white now, she be black Caribbean. Black Caribbean now. Omweru don't suffer by 2075. Nigeria, the most populous black nation. It will be better for you and me. Don't be deceived by the white people, okay? They are the one that put us in this mess. We are reading the letter that we sent to Buhari in 2022. Olori Buruku Okukudawalo. Bomb bastard. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country. They have been trying to make Nigeria into one country. There's Fulani, there's Hausa, there's Igbo, there's many different people inside one country. Can Germany, Italy, France, Spain, can they live together and call one country and they will move forward? Idiots all over the place. But the Nigerian peoples themselves are historically different in their background, in their religious beliefs and customs. We don't want Sharia. Buluri Buruku, Shaitan of devil, Shaitan of Sokoto, devil of Sokoto is telling us, oh, let's live and let's live. Let people live in your land. Oloshi. Can I put pork and pig to be running inside the palace of Sokoto? Can we operate a pork business in Sultan of Sokoto Palace? Olori Buruku bomb bastard. Idiot all over the place. But the Nigerian peoples fighting on Twitter, instead of us to come together and say, divide Nigeria. Hey, no, we go and bring, it no go better for you. Go and bring Peter Obi, it no go better for you. Even Tinubu that is there, we're telling him to break up Nigeria, telling us go and bring Peter Obi and you mush. Peter Obi call, Peter Obi name. But the Nigerian peoples themselves are historically different in their background, in their religious beliefs and customs, and do not show themselves any willingness to unite. I marry Igbo and then so bloody what? If you like, marry Hausa. If you like marry Fulani, we are never going to be united. We are not one. Nigerian unity is only a British intention for Nigeria. This was Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa also said during a visit to University College Ibadan in 1964. You think this fight has just started? Since 1964, we have been told and warned that we are not united. It's a mere geographical location. And idiot Yoruba people will tell you, oh no, let's just continue to manage it in Jesus. If you mention Jesus Christ, anybody that mentions Jesus Christ, you think Jesus is as stupid as you are, allow blood to flow all over Nigeria. That's what Prophet Ezekiel said. He can see the blood flowing inside Nigerian flag because energetic or Jew. Blood all over the place. All these politicians that are using human beings to kill and make themselves to be relevant. So stop calling Jesus. Jesus is not stupid. Jesus knows that blood is flowing in Nigeria. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam knows that blood is flowing in Nigeria. Our gods of Yoruba land know that blood is flowing all over Nigeria, and you are praying for Nigeria by calling Jesus Christ. Stop calling Jesus Christ and stop being stupid. Idiot all over the place. Let any pastor pray for Nigeria. Better keep your mouth shut. Nobody can fool us anymore. Not the social media, we will use our mouth to fight because we don't have AK-47. Let's continue. In 1964, Tafawa Balewa came to University College Ibadan and said that only British intention is for Nigeria. If you like, dissolve it. If you like, don't dissolve it. I will spend my time. Tafawa Balewa is there. Awolowo is there. Azikiwe is there. Idiot people are still telling us we are united. How are we going to be united? Even those our forefathers that fought for the independence of Nigeria, we want to run in Nigeria. Ole, you know, the politician. Ole, 419, ole, bomb bastard, ole. He wants to be senator. Olori buruku. Ono fe dabi si, o fe di normal aye. Ko ma show moto. O fe di yayi. Abi ole, constituency project. Ole. Ó fẹ́ di Ọbaṣá òrítọ́ ti lé yẹn dànù ó lè fẹ́ di gọ́vnà ó lè olórí ẹ̀ pàlàsà bó ṣe ń wò mí orí bó ṣe ń wò mí ó fẹ́ jí mi gbé ẹ wá jí mi gbé tẹ́bọ̀ pé tẹ́bá jí mi gbé èmi nìkan ni mo ń ṣe Yorùbá nation. They are more deadly people than me. À ń tọ́jú wọn pamọ́ ni. People that are deadly than me, they are there in Yorùbá nation. À ń pín wọn mọ́lẹ̀ ni. Tó bá fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ wá dàn kan bí wèrè. À ń tí wọn mọ́lẹ̀ ni pé no. Pakito is saying no violence in this movement. We will get our country, but no violence. You think if we kidnap it, that will be the end of Yoruba nation? Any shorire. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá rìnrìn àjò pé kọ́ kidnap mi àti Igboho, ẹni shorire ogun máa pa gbogbo yín ni. Gbogbo anybody tó bá ń gbèrò pé ẹ máa kidnap Koiki àti Igboho, come bastard. Money meaning the last man standing lórí ìrìn àjò yìí. Don't come back home. Kí ló wà ní home tí mo ṣe máa sá fún home? Tinubu ò padà wá sílé ni. After tó sá lọ sí London kò padà wá sílé. Gbà tó padà wá sílé kọ́ ló di gómìnà ló di Jagaban. Ta ló mọ Tinubu tẹ́lẹ̀? Idiot all over the place. Ẹnu ẹni gbogbo àjọ wà yìí. Even Sir Ahmadu Bello, the foremost leader of the northern Nigeria before and after independence, once described this amalgamation of 1914 as the mistake of 1914. So why are we keeping that mistake? Because that mistake is still costing the lives and the death of indigenous people on a daily basis. Since we don't have a government that can take care of us, why are we keeping it? What is the essence of keeping it? What are your benefits of keeping it? Ulushi. Look at the way they look at me. Bomb bastard. You are not benefiting anything than open your breast on TikTok so that somebody can put their hand in your breast and you're mad. And you're jealousy, lórí burúkú. Ṣáwọn yẹn làwọn máa jókòó tì. Àwọn ọmọ jealousy òfòtí. Ṣáwọn yẹn làwọn máa jókòó tì. Ẹ máa ká wa ta serious ká put together ká tẹ̀lé Ìgbòho lẹ́yìn. Idiot all over the place. So if something is a mistake, how do you correct it? Your house foundation is faulty. You'll be building more on it. Gbogbo ẹ̀ máa collapse ni. They say the foundation of Nigeria is faulty and we are building on it. One day it will crash on every one of us and every one of us will die. Let's bombard the whole foundation and let everybody go their separate ways. Everybody go their separate ways and reset everything, so that we can have a better life. so that we can't be scared of our lives inside our own land. Many Yoruba people build houses all over in their town with the hope that they will retire there. They can't retire there. How are you going to retire in Ekiti where there's no light, there's no security? Even Fayemi cannot have his birthday in Ekiti State. They can't have their birthday there. They'll have it in Abuja. Adeleke will go from Osun State. Alomashi party in Lagos State. Osheshe Osun State. In August 1966, Yakubu Gowon olórí burúkú tó pa àwọn Biafra. 5 million Biafra were killed. Oloshi. Yakubu Gowon, you no go better for your papa. Oh, ní kú síbi táṣù ẹwà Yakubu Gowon. Gbogbo yín pátápátá. Mo mọ̀ bí tó ti fún ní general. Ìjà mélòó ló jà tán fún wọn ní general? General Muhammadu Buhari, General Yakubu Gowon, General Obasanjo, àwọn olórí burúkú, idiot all over the place. Àmọ́ bí tó ti general Ofo. Yakubu Gowon, General Ofo. Yakubu Gowon, who had only a few weeks before becoming Nigeria military head of state, made the following very deep statement. Suffice it to say, putting all considerations to test, politically, economically, as well as social, the basis of Nigeria unity is not there. Idiot. See them, Yoruba people, what is kàwé? Àwọn Yoruba want to kàwé. Ní Igboho kàwé. Igboho is illiterate. How can Igboho be leading us? How can he be the one that is leading us? What is this Yoruba nation? Kò ní dá fún yẹn ní ṣoríire. Ẹ̀rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣerú Fúlàní. Ẹ̀rí bí gbogbo ṣe ń ṣerú Fúlàní. Ojú òtì ni. Ẹ kàwé. Fúlàní ló ń lead gbogbo yín. Fúlàní ló ń gba orí yín sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ló ń gba sókè. Ẹgbẹ́gbẹ́gbẹ́ kan sí dáadé. Fúlàní ló ń gba yín. Fúlàní lè ń ṣe ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ fún. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí Yakubu Gowon sọ ní 1966, 6 years after independence, a year before they go into Biafra war. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí Yakubu Gowon sọ, ó ní Nigeria economy, politically, as well as the social, the basis of Nigeria unity is not there. Do you know the meaning of base? Base, kò sí unity. A máa jà ká máa fi para wa ni. Then why do we have to kill each other when we can go separately? Divide Nigeria so that we can go our separate ways. Gbogbo tẹ́ ká àwọn tó yẹ kó máa sọ fún Tinubu nìyẹn. Or keep quiet. Torí ìjẹkújẹ olè tó fẹ́ jẹ, they become board of janitor, board of chairman. Wọ́n máa fún wọn lówó. Cash ló ń gbé fún gbogbo wọn. Wọ́n ti mọ̀ nísìn pé tó bá fún wọn, tó máa pè owó sàkáǹtì wọn. Traces máa wà. Dọ́là ló ń fún wọn nísìn. A ní kó lọ ṣe fúnra wọn. A gbé dọ́là fún wọn. $20,000, $50,000. Wọ́n ti mọ grade olúkálukú. Ìwọ ní sẹ́lò lọ fún wọn. Election tí ń bọ̀ ní sàn tí ń lọ ago. Agbágálá, agbogolo, agbágálá, agbogolo. Wá gba tiẹ̀ níbẹ̀. Wá gba magi kó sọ ọbẹ̀ ẹjọ́ kan. Idiot. And ebi ń pa wá o. Ṣé ebi là ń sọ̀rọ̀ àbí ká sọ̀rọ̀ future wa? Wọ́n ti ń fẹ́ lọ ago nísìn. Election tí ń bọ̀. Ẹ wá rán àǹkárá. Àwọn olùṣe, àwọn ìyá òfò. Ẹ̀yin bàbá òfò, ẹ̀yin bàbá àdánù. Politics olè tẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣe tó gbé yín anywhere. Kò rán ọmọ yín lọ sí school. Ẹ̀rù kójú ti gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá òṣì ẹ̀yin tàbá tẹ́ ká ti dá sí ìdìsẹ́ lára tí kú dànù. Torí àmọ̀ wúlò yín tẹ́ ń ṣe politics láti 1999. Ilé tẹ́ kọ́gan sẹ́fẹ̀ parí ẹ̀ níjẹ̀bú Òde. Gbogbo lẹ́yìn ló ń rùn yàgbàyàgbà yẹn. Idiot all over the place. Àwọn ọmọ yín pariwo Yorùbá nation. Kí ni meaning Yorùbá nation? Kò ní da fún bá ẹ̀ ní sórí rẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá sọ pé kí ni meaning Yorùbá nation? Poor bastard. Ẹ̀rù bá ń ṣeré ni. Mo sọ fún yín pé àwa la máa pa yín lórí social media yìí. Àwa la máa pa yín. High blood pressure yín, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ń tẹ́ náà ẹ̀fẹ̀ gbọ́n yẹn, high blood pressure yín á máa lọ sókè ni. Torí ẹ fi wá lọ́kàn balẹ̀. Àwọn ìyá yẹn fi wọ́n lọ́kàn balẹ̀. Gbogbo wọn wà nínú òtútù ní sí Canada. Òtútù mú ọ púrúkúpúrúkú. Ìyá wà ní olè á máa tan yín tà sórí, gbogbo á máa tutù, gbogbo ara máa tutù. Òun la wà nígbà ní CS. Weather yìí ó wà òkè fún wa báyìí. Òun mú lòótọ́ pẹ̀tì. Weather ti wà nìyẹn. Bọ́dọ̀ ṣe dá wa nìyẹn. I need vitamin C. Àwọn Africa ní sọkàn wá balẹ̀. Àyà mi ò já. Ó lè bá tuntun dé London nísìn. Ẹ̀mí yẹn á kó sókè ni. Ẹ̀mí àkósókè ni. Gbogbo àwọn ìyá tó yẹ kó ti relocate padà wá sílé sí wà lamẹ́ríkà wà London ìlú ti wà frustrated. Àwọn nìkan ló ń dágbé nínú ilé. Àwọn nìkan ló ń dágbé. Ọmọ ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ, ọkọ ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ, tó bá tẹ̀sí lọ́kọ́ nù wọn, ẹlòmíì ọkọ wọn ti kú. Ìyẹn lọ́wọ́ ní káwa máa bínú, ẹni ká dákẹ́. Ẹni tó bá ní ká dákẹ́ ìpìlẹ̀ máa gbà. Ẹ̀yin diaspora kí ló ṣe ń ká yín lára táwọn tó wà ló ká wọn lára. Wọ́n lè sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Ìbẹ́ ti gáàgì wọn lọ ṣe lè sọ̀rọ̀. Kò ká wọn lára. Tó bá tún máa ká wọn lára ńkọ́. gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní Dubai, àwọn Ọlákúnlé, Abdullahi, gbogbo wọn, àwọn ti travel lọ Dubai, ó lé wọn padà, wọ́n fún wọn níwèé, wọ́n wà ní Nàìjíríà, wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́, èèyàn ṣí yunifásitì tán kò níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Obìnrin wá dẹni tó ṣí ọyàn lórí TikTok, odidi ọmú, ó gbé ọyàn síta, olórí burúkú lẹ́yìn ọkùnrin tẹ́ bá ní kọ́ máa ṣí ọyàn, ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire, gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́wà lórí TikTok, ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire, tẹ́ ní káwọn máa ṣí ọyàn torí gift ẹ̀fẹ́ fún ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire, èèyàn máa lè. Ṣẹ́yìn lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ lábroad tí táà ní ti gbogbo yín mọ́nu lé, ó kù díẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká gba country. Ṣé bọ́ ṣe ṣe ní London nìyẹn? Wà á ní kọ́ ọmọ London kó ṣí ọyàn kó bá fún ní £10, àbí and take advantage of the poverty level in Yoruba land. Àwọn obìnrin ìtọ́lọ̀ fún wa ń ṣí ọmú lọ́sàn gangan, idiot all over the place. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sórí lẹ́tà tàǹkà àti fẹ́ kàtọ́ kù díẹ̀, àbá kàtọ́ àparí ètò. Even today, Mr. President, the same kind of wisdom concerning Nigeria comes to be expressed with emphasis by leading Nigeria. For instance, Professor Ango Abdullahi, former Vice Chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University, generally respected as the foremost intellectual from the northern Nigeria, said the following in a public interview in 2017. If Nigerians are tired of staying together, they should be prepared to accept division instead of remaining in agony and disappointment with one another. Instead of us staying together, knowing we are tired, let us go our separate ways. We are always talking that Nigeria's state is not working and asking how can we make it work? Can you make it work? Can Tinubu make Nigeria to work? After he make it work, when a Fulani man comes, what happens? Destroy it again. Idiot all over the place. And if the best option to call for separate countries, why not? In 2020, Alhaji Mohammed Mahdi Shehu, the chairman of the dialogue group Kaduna, said that the 1914 amalgamation was done out of mischief without taking into consideration the peculiarities of Nigeria, and that since independence in 1960, Nigeria has stumbled from one form of calamity or tragedy to another. One calamity since 1960. Since 1960, none of us have got rest. Our parents never got a rest. My mom had to run out of Nigeria in the 90s. I had to run out in 1998. You are trying to run out in 21st century. So, Igba Ola have any peace of mind? I'm asking, Igba Ola have any peace of mind? Nigba will have any peace of mind. So why are we living in denial? And we had the best opportunity now to push it and get out. And some will tell you, no, àsìkò ìtìtò, ẹ jẹ́ ká jẹ́ kí Tinubu ṣe government ẹ̀tàn. Ẹ tí mo tó fẹ́ ṣe fún Tinubu, tó bá ṣe kú, tó bá gbá Tinubu sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan, kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀? You think Tinubu's life is not at stake? We are just praying for him so that they don't kill him. We know that they plan to kill him, because it's not dancing to their tune. Nigeria has stumbled from one form of calamity or tragedy to another. That obviously not even an angel can ever unite Nigeria, and you are calling Jesus Christ. To back with Jesus, to back but to with Jesus Christ. In Jesus' name, Nigeria will be better. It no go better. I say it no go better for you now. With the amount of blood that is flowing in that country. Call Muhammad, let me hear you. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What when Muhammad can go in? Muhammad, Saudi Arabia is investing $78 billion for protection of their people. They are not less than 40, they are not even up to 40 million as population. We did the program 3 days ago, if not 2 days ago. Saudi Arabia invested from 73 billion to 78 billion for military security against their kingdom, so that no terrorists will come and they will be using Quran, because they know Quran is not going to work. You think they are stupid like me and you. You think Jerusalem is using Bible when they are using Iron Dome to stop any missile that is coming into their land. You think it's Bible that will sort it out. Obviously, not even an angel can ever unite Nigeria. For those of you that say angel, 31 million population with 78 billion as security budget. Oshejari, brother me, OLAKUNLE. 30 something million, and they're using 78 billion. That means they're using 1 billion to protect every citizen. Idiots. In Jesus' name, as we are going now, may Fulani will attack you, Oloshi. Because Babadebo himself is using security with fully armed to travel. It is not stupid like you and put cross on his car. Because you know that cross is not going to work. Because Fulani care less about the cross. They care less about your Bible or your Quran in the car. They will kill you. Many innocent Nigerians have died thinking that they will use Bible to protect their cars, when it is the job of the government to first neutralize any Fulani that is on the road so that you can travel freely on the road. Not that accident doesn't happen. An aircraft fall over in Brazil yesterday. 2 people died. Accident does happen. That is normal. But we are not talking about accident of Fulani killing us because the road is not secure because of our stupid government refuse to put security as the topmost. Instead, they are stealing the money for security budget. And we know the governor. And when we cause the governor, some of you will tell us not to ban the governor. I bet to be any mama ranchesi. They have money to protect us. They keep the money because they want to run another election. We will wait and see. Any maku, any maye. Lot of time fight. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ fi ẹnu wa ká fi jà ká tó bọ́ sójú títì. Ẹ má ẹ̀ka yan ojú ẹ̀ nísìn. Ẹ rí pé some of us, we are already determined. This generation, we are determined. Ẹ má gbàgbé ẹ jẹ́ pé fún wa lówó 30, 96, 80, 88, 48. First Bank, OLAYOMI KOIKI. Every penny is very, very important. Èyí tẹ́tí fún wa. Àṣírí àtúbọ̀ máa bù sí. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti fún wa tẹ́yìn gbogbo lọ́kàn pé èmi náà lè fún bọ́bọ́ ìníjọ́ kan ẹ máa fi àdúrà lẹ̀ fún wa. Àwọn tó ń lálàá Koiki àti ríran ọ̀nà máa kidnap ara wọn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá kidnap mi ẹni tó wà deadly mo ní wọn lọ́wọ́ tó pọ̀ mo ń pin wọn mọ́lẹ̀ mi. Tá bá tú wọn lẹ̀ wèrè tó wà lórí wọn ṣúkúnú ni. Ṣé ẹ má máa sọ fún wa pé Koiki ọmọ kidnap ẹ tó bá kidnap mi àwọn tó máa dìde bí tèmi wò bèrè tí wọ́n ó ju tèmi lọ bàbá kí tó yọ nílé control wọn àwa là ń pin wọn mọ́lẹ̀ èmi àti gbowó pé no ní tí bàbá bá sọ lámà tẹ̀lé so ẹ má fi ọ̀rọ̀ kidnap fi dẹ́rù bẹ̀ mí kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó máa kidnap mi torí mi náà dúró ọkùnrin lèmi náà èmi náà ní dúró. Owó ló máa jẹ kò ní jàgbàdo in tó bá gbà lá máa fún a máa bẹ Jésù tó máa fi ṣọ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ wa a máa bẹ ànábì a dẹ̀ máa lo ìbílẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa lò ìdí mi wà lé nísìn ẹ̀rọ ojú lásán ṣe kò ṣe wọ wèrè lọ́sàn bíi tiyín báyìí Koiki bó ló wà ó ní láti mọ ibi tí mo wà má bí mi níbi tí mo wà gbogbo nonsense tá a ṣe ní 2021 ni a lè ṣe nísìn ẹni tí bá fẹ́ rí màá rí kò ṣe dandan ni mo láti rí anybody. Ẹ bá ti rí lórí social media báyìí that's more than enough. Tásìkò bá tó bá pè fún rally àjọ máa wà ní war front ni. Mo ń bọ̀ lé mo sọ fún yín ẹ rò pé mo ní mò ń ṣeré ni. Ṣèbí tí mo sọ fún yín ní London pé mo ní mò ń bọ̀ ẹni ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́nu ni ìmọ̀ ẹ̀fẹ́ bá wa ṣe ń lé. Idiot all over the place. Tẹ́lú bá ń bẹ̀ ni àwa ti yọ ẹ̀rù kúrò lára torí pé a mọ̀ pé òtítọ́ tá ń jà fún yín a máa jádélẹ̀ àjàyèdè la máa jà lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ má gbàgbé kẹ́ support wa ẹ rò pé mo níyàwó ní London. Adè láti tọ́jú àwọn ìyàwó wa ṣe fún wa lówó so that ìyàwó mi ti máa fàdúrà tán mi máa tèmi lọ àwọn ìyàwó mi wà òkè ẹ̀yin ni kẹ́yìn support wa kálíjọ délẹ̀ lérí together. Let's go quickly àdínlé kà tán but at least àti ní idea èyí tó tẹ important láti kà ń bẹ̀ yẹn. Let us go to negotiation table, break the kola and distribute the country to everybody's peace. If we do not do it now, the future will cost us. Lẹ́tà ìlà sọ fún Buhari olórí burúkú tí kò dá wa lóhùn. Lẹ́tà ìlà sọ fún Muhammadu Buhari ní 2022 and ilé ìkàtàn because of my time mo lè fẹ́ ká ju 3 hours time ló lọ so mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ Koikimedia bringing the world closer to your doorstep ẹ bá wa pín ọ́díò yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń bá wa pín ìtókù náà jaw is better than war but stupid bí àṣà bàbá mi ṣòkòtì ni don't be stupid má fold ọwọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ pa ìdánù defend yourself mo dẹ̀ ti ka òfin yẹn fún yín nígbà tí mò ń sọ òun lélẹ̀ self defence ó náà pé mo ṣì lẹ́ẹ̀kan mo mọ̀ bí tí mo I think I did somewhere but I can't remember now if otherwise aṣá àti kà lẹ́ẹ̀kan fún yín òun lélẹ̀ yẹ let me read it one more time. Article 51 of the United Nations Charter gives member state, member state. Nigeria is a member of the United Nations. So if somebody wants to kill you, you have the right to defend yourself. As long as Nigeria, who is a member state, is still a member of the United Nations. So don't fold your hand and be crying. Hey, Fulani take power, Fulani kini kawa shesi. Ti Fulani ba pa yin ke pa Fulani pada. And bury them all over the way. If you ever caught the money on kale sinu gbo wa àwọn olùṣì. Continue to terrorize everybody within Yoruba land. So, according to the United Nations, do nations have right to self-defense? And when they mean nations, it is the citizen. Also, under this charter, international law recognizes a right of self-defense according to Chapter 5, Article 51 of the United Nations Charter. As International Court of Justice, right to self-defense is there as long as the government does not put the right measure to protect us. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, and you've been listening to our late night broadcast on Olórí Burúkú Ọmọ Fúlàní, Muhammadu Buhari, tó sọ fún wa pé while he was in office, the economy was good, the security was fantastic. Kódà ó fẹ́ lé ní A1 lòún gbà nínú security. Olórí burúkú bomb bastard all over the place. Kò ní dá fún gbogbo Fúlàní tẹ́ ń dá wa láàmú. Ọlọ́run máa dá yín láàmú ló ṣe ń dá wa láàmú tẹ́ jẹ́ kárí ayé gbé nínú lórí ilẹ̀ wa. Threatening our people all over the place. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ìyá mi Yẹmí tí mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ dárúkọ. Báyìí kí n pè é tán lélẹ̀ àwọn tí a bá dárúkọ àwọn ẹlòmíì wọ́n máa fi mọ àwọn wo ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo kí ìyá mi first bank. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí Mr. Oyinlóye ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo kí Poli Ọlákúnlé mo kí ẹ àrọ́wọ́ mi láìpẹ́ agbára Ọlọ́run. Mo kí ẹ Masbi mo rí ẹ ń bẹ̀ mo fojú pẹ́rẹ́ because mo ń record lẹ́ǹkan ni so mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí recording yẹn kó máa gbórúkọ gbogbo yín jáde all the time. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá bá audio wa pàdé àtúntò ń gbé lọ báyìí káàkiri ẹ bá mi share ẹ jẹ́ kó dé gbogbo àwọn tó yẹ kó gbọ́ pé audio yẹn tí Koiki máa ń rìn ní tó tútù jáde mo rí gbogbo yín ẹ bá wa support platform wa ẹ support iléeṣẹ́ yìí ó wà very important àṣàkọ kò ṣe é tẹ fún wa tí kò tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn £1 £2 £10 £3 £4 £5. Mo kí ẹ ní gbogbo China Alekonde mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá o mo kí bàbá wa Olóyè Ìgbòho mo ní ibi tó bá ń lọ ni mò ń tẹ̀lé ẹ lọ tó bá sọ ó ti yá náà ni tó bá dẹ̀ ní kò tí yá I stand still. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa o ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pọ̀ nígbà mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ ọba ní Jésù mo kí yín o ó mà tí gíwá mo kí ẹ mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ̀ ń bẹ ní Kánò ẹ má fi taratara sùn o ẹ bá ń sùn báyìí kẹ́ díjú kan nítorí olórí burúkú ni wọ́n ara ń kan Sultan Sokoto lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ mo kí Mr. Ayuba Adébíyì Mr. Joshua Olúwaṣeun Àjàgbé mo kí ẹ brọ́dà mi kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tí ó jẹ́ kí ẹ ti grow Nigeria ló dìbà growthness yín. Most of us should have been big man ó yẹ ká lówó lọ́wọ́ ká máa gun Mercedes ká gun Range Rover Nigeria ló ń hold back. Millionaires wọ́n kún ní China millionaires wọ́n kún ní China bam látara kíni látara gbogbo oríṣiríṣi iṣẹ́ àti business tó ń ṣe níbẹ̀ yẹn. Mo kí ẹgbẹ́ ìfẹ́lódùn àpapọ̀ mo kí president wọn mo kí vice president Kentos mo kí gbogbo àwọn tó ń bẹ nínú ẹgbẹ́ ìfẹ́lódùn mo kí bàbá mi Aworo Ṣàṣà mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ẹgbẹ́ Ìgbòho Iron Lady ọ̀nà àbá ń dúró ti gbogbo yín ẹ kú àdúró ti ẹ kú ìfẹ́tẹ́ ní sólóyè Ìgbòho mo kí gbogbo yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ ìlànà ọmọ Oòduà both home and in the diaspora, gbogbo yín pátápátá ni mo kí láì yọ ẹnì kankan sílẹ̀. Transfer program mi sí nbọ̀ wọn àpẹ látẹ̀ǹkan mo cross posted so kò lọ sórí the other platform kó tó di pé mo end ẹ̀rẹ́ kí n jù síbẹ̀. Mo kí gbogbo organization láti Yorùbá ní ní Odùduwà kìíní kan gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan àgbóyin padàlàkì gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ yẹn ló wà very important and unique in this movement. Ẹgbẹ́ kan ju ẹgbẹ́ kan lọ, and like I always say tẹ́ wà ní Yorùbá land ẹ má jẹ́ kí diaspora kankan including myself ká máa feel pé our superior against yín torí our abroad bí a torí pé à ń fún yín lówó àbí torí à ń nawọ́ sí yín. No, blood kan náà ló wà lára gbogbo wa. Nàìjíríà ló fa ìtẹ̀yìn fi ń sọ pé báwo ni tiwa ṣe wá rí báyìí. So àná yín tẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ jẹ́ diaspora mo bẹ̀ wá ẹ jẹ́ ká máa respect àwọn tó wà ní a lè wà níbi méjì, a lè wà l'Amẹ́ríkà ká tún wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. So àwọn tó wà nílé náà ni la máa fún láwọn iṣẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan tó máa bá wa ṣe. You know, some of them can be pain in the ass, but ẹ lè blame wọn. Frustration Nàìjíríà ti pọ̀ jù. So gbogbo àjọ máa ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀ ni. Olóyè ò lè dá ṣe like I always say. Lóòótọ́ akọni èèyàn ni, but ó sì nídìí gbogbo wa. Ó nídìí Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà, kódà ó nídìí àwọn ọmọ OPC, ó nídìí ẹgbẹ́ this ẹgbẹ́ that kí gbogbo wa ká ràn lọ́wọ́ ká sọwọ́ papọ̀ ká help ẹ̀ so that vision ẹ̀ àti mission ẹ̀ á lè jáde. Mo kí ẹ brother mi Azeez kò ní bàjẹ́ fún gbogbo àwọn Koikimedia team gbogbo yín pátápátá ẹ má ẹ̀ka give up. Lóòótọ́ ó lè dàbí pé báwo ló ṣe wá rí báyìí, ẹ má wà confused. Mo sọ fún yín pé gbogbo àwọn Dúpọ̀ Onítìrí yẹn wọ́n wà relevant, kò lè gbójú jáde níbi tó wà ọ̀ bíbà bẹ́ẹ̀ dá. So gbogbo àwọn yẹn wọ́n wà relevant, they are wasting their time. Tó bá yá kọ́ padà wá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa bọ́ọ̀dẹ̀ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa problem wọn nìyẹn. Wọ́n bíbà bá wọn dá àti Kúnlé Àlẹ́ àti Fúnlé Àlẹ́ àti gbogbo wọn bí wọn dá. Wọ́n máa sọ̀rọ̀ wa náà ni because wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwa gangan la ní action. Wọ́n ní Kóìkí ò ní wálé. Mo ní mo ṣì ń bọ̀ nísàlẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kó pè fún rally. Wọ́n ti pè fún rally bàbá lèmi wá kí ní Kútọ́nù. Mo dẹ̀ fi tọ́ àwọn one or two places kí tó ya padà sí UK. Lọ́tọ́ bá ti lu aago fún rally èmi náà ń bọ̀ nílé. Máa sí gbogbo alájọ́ máa wà ní war front. Ẹni máa kú fẹ́ pàdé ní àfẹ́ ó dá ẹ wá pa gbogbo wa. Ẹ wá pa gbogbo wa ká ríran wò bí ó possible kẹ́ pa gbogbo wa ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire. Gbogbo wa là ń bọ̀ nílé. Ẹ jẹ́ kó pè fún rally. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ fi múra sílẹ̀ gbogbo ibi tẹ́ bá lè ti lọ ṣògùn èmi ọmọ ibi tó ti ń ṣògùn ẹ lọ ṣògùn. Ẹ lọ ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá ewé àti egbò àwa la ní ẹ wá àwọn babaláwo lọ ẹ lọ dífá kẹ́ ṣògùn gidi kẹ́ má jẹ́ kéèyàn kan fún yín nífà pé kẹ́ má ṣògùn ká ló máa ní kẹ́ má ṣògùn. Tí pásítọ̀ kan bá ní kẹ́ má ṣògùn kẹ́ fọ́ ìtí ẹ̀ dànù òun ò ṣògùn ni ṣùgbọ́n oúnjẹ láúnjẹ fọ́ oúnjẹ ewédú jẹ́ kẹ́ni kankan gbé yín ní mugun àti kọjá stage yẹn níbi tá a dé nísìn we are 40 plus gbogbo ọ̀kí ṣọmọ kékeré ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ti jẹ́ ọmọ 25 má dùn ní pé ọmọ kékeré nìyẹn okó díẹ̀ ti ń le at 16 ló kọ́ ọkùnrin tí máa le so má jẹ́ kẹ́ni kankan deceive ẹ má bínú fọ́rọ̀ àlùfàǹṣá ní páàkì sọ̀rọ̀ àlùfàǹṣá ní bíbá but that's the fact so don't be deceived by anybody kò bẹ̀sìn jẹ́ kí ọmọ Fúlàní kan kọ́kọ́ gun ẹ kó yìnbọn fún ẹ kó pa ẹ dànù toro lórí burúkú ni wọn Fúlàní náà dẹ̀ ń ṣoògùn burúkú ìyàbá rò pé ẹnìkan lẹ lóògùn lọ́wọ́ ogun tí wọn lè ká tiwa ní àwa la ní ewé àtegbò àwa la ní ogun dẹ̀ ń bẹ ibi tó bá wa dé ni àmọ́ fáwọn fake babaláwo ti wà káàkiri àwọn yẹn tẹ̀ ti gbá wa ní láti 2021 gbogbo tó lè ṣe lọ́mọ náà wọ́n lè ṣe àwọn olè wọ́n ṣe ń gbọ́wọ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ yẹn ló ń gbé gbẹ̀tùgbẹ̀tù lé wọn lọ́wọ́ wọ́n jẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ má dẹ̀ sáré ju ẹ lọ tọ́ báyìí tí mo ti yá má wà Fúlàní lọ sínú igbó ìwọ jẹ́ kọ́ lago náà ní tó máa mú gbogbo wa sáré ẹ má ti lọ burn energy yín ẹ prepare ẹ reserve energy yẹn because tá bá ti jáde sójú títì ní wọnú lé until our demands are met and that's about it tonight àti ṣe 3 hours mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí o. And on that note, we might not come out tomorrow. Must be ṣì fi ṣe interview fún mi mo mọ̀ pé ó ń dúró dè mí pé ìjọ ni bàbá ẹ̀ máa wá yọjú sí mi báyìí kó tó sá lọ London máa yọjú sí ẹ̀ must be ìfọkànbalẹ̀. I'm still very busy at the moment, but my daughter àyọjú àjọṣe program. So and on that note, mo kí bàbá Kítóyè, bàbá dáadáa, bàbá dáadáa. Ṣé fọkàn yín balẹ̀? Ìbẹ̀rù ni ká yọ kúrò lọ́kàn ara wa. Ẹ̀yin ìyá wa náà ẹ máa wọnú ilé àdúrà pé àwọn ọmọ tó fẹ́ dìde lásìkò tó fẹ́ dìde kí gbogbo áńgẹ́lì tó ń bẹ ní gbogbo ayé kó sọ̀kalẹ̀ kó protect wọn. That's all. Ẹ má dẹ́rù bà wá. Ẹ má kẹ́mi sókè Koiki o tútù dé o àfẹ́ gbogbo yẹn ẹ má dẹ́rù bà wá because ẹ̀yin ò lè jáde a lè máa ní kẹ́yìn ìyá 70 ìyá 80 kẹ́ jáde àwọn ọ̀dọ́ náà la máa jáde àdúrà ní kẹfì tiwa lẹ́yìn ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ lówó tẹ́ fẹ́ fi support ẹ pé YSDN kẹ́ dáwó síbẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá lè support the platform kankan àwọn organization èmi náà ń dáwó sáwọn different groups níwọ̀n bá ti bá lè ní and months lọ́ máa sìn yá wa Mrs. Julia Akitoye. She'll be buried in Ado-Ekiti, 27-28. Other one of my songs of service in Lagos State, and the rest of the event will be in Ado-Ekiti. So we went to back support. Other one Ankara wa. Kí ọkọ máa pè mí mo gbé wàhálà Ankara dání. What if a number àwọn Ankara ẹ pè wọ́n Ankara? I'm not doing all this. About Ankara ṣe fi dé London. I'm very busy because I'm here on the ground for a purpose, and that purpose I need to complete it before I return back to London. So when the time pé I fẹ́ Ankara, I fẹ́ ṣe kíní kan. So and I'm traveling in between, but I don't have to tell you where I'm traveling to all the time. So kò tó di pé mo padà lọ sí base mi ní London. But for now, I'm still in Africa, and I'm still, have to engage 1 or 3 people before I return back to London. And on that note, mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Let's stay safe. And let's also remain vigilant. Vigilant. Èmi náà wà vigilant. Kẹ́yìn náà wà vigilant. Okay? And don't be scared. Ikú kàn sí lójú gbogbo wa. A máa dàgbà, a máa dògbò, a máa gbádùn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ká tó kú. Torí àgbádùn Nàìjíríà. Nàìjíríà ò ń ṣe country tí yàn gbádùn. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. A very good morning and bye for now.